Welcome. Another debut. Tonight is the first night of First Class Flight with Nick Shine. And as Oscar asked me to do today, I'll be your host, Nick. Welcome. I got a good friend coming on as a guest. He'll be on in about 15 minutes. We're going to go over some fantasy football, get his takes, players to buy, players to sell, players to keep an eye out for, and we'll answer all your fantasy football questions. He's got about an hour to hang with us, so it should be a really good time. I'm looking forward to it. And I don't have a video yet for this show in case Blitz maybe wants to make a rap song. Blitz, since I'm calling you out, I will drop the rap song you made for Thursday night on Wednesday night, and we should have a video up by next week. Enjoy, everyone. We'll be back right after this. Good evening. Welcome to Thursday Night Throwdown. I'm your host, Nick.
When the blitz comes, there's no one to block him.
It's 10 o'clock, get ready for the showdown. 9 toes down, Nick, ready for the throwdown. We proud Jets fans, we don't play with them pronouns. Best roster in the league, we playing with the pros now. They tell us slow down, call us delusional, call us losers as usual. But this season will be beautiful. Shotgun with you know who, but run it instead. Lad Hall hit the hole hard.
That's what she said.
Ground and pound like it's 2010. The chat, we got many friends. Johnny wearing hats for super chat and watch him breathe again. Nick put the link so Bobby can call and speak again. Bonesy did the blunt, I got the weed and pens. We speaking green again. Jets news like it's CNN. A-Rod and Charles Gorman, it's like we seeing twins. Feeding tins, pounding on these bleeding fins. We 14 and 18 when they needing wins. They ain't seeing them. We run the ball and play defense. This is AFC hell where the teams repent. Ladies and gents, welcome to MetLife. This is Jet Life. We bleed green, this our best life. We just nice.
Let's say what's up to everyone. I love that. Thank you, Blitz. You're the man. Let's say what's up to you, fine and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Dave's the first one here tonight. What's up, Dave? Jet up, my brother. We're close, man. We're close. 26 and counting. 26 days till we have Jets football. Stack coming in from halfway around the world. What's up, brother? Very fancy. We're getting very sophisticated around here. Please do not think I'm not going to be your wise ass, your humorist, and your comedian all in one shot. You're still going to get that here. I shall not disappoint you. Tom Ace. High class, mile high club, baby. Nothing but the best. If we know anyone, maybe from Australia, who would be introducing me to the Mile High Club, let's get her in here and welcome her. Love Bites is in the house. What's up, sir? Mark Ferraro's here. Hey, buddy. Richard Todd. But I stood. You did throw a lot of picks, Richard. You did throw a lot of interceptions. Hank G coming in from Canada. What's up, my man? Jeffrey is here. No, Woody. No Woody, sir. Just me. Just me and you wonderful people in the chat. We're going to have a good time tonight. Like I said, we're going to talk some fantasy football. We're going to talk some Jets. What's up, Mess? Jay Quest. Hey, buddy. How are you? Wild Waves here. Hey, Bonesy, pimp daddies are going to be pimp daddies, man. That's what we do. That's what we do. We're starting it off early here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Pandora started playing. I had a little Jackson Brown, Somebody's Baby going. Jake started off the show tonight for us with gifting a membership. Thank you, Jake. For those of you that don't know, if you're not one of the 37,000 plus subscribers to Jake's show, Jake has a YouTube show. It's called The Jake Asman Show. Go check him out. That went to Benny Baboon. Benny Baboon's been following me on Instagram lately, popping up in his streams, and instantly gets rewarded. Benny, as a new member to the channel, follow the info scrolling on the bar on the bottom. You're on Discord, friend me. Your main perk is getting into the Discord. Last night, we had over 18 of us in a Discord party. It was wild. It was hysterical. It was very entertaining. And for those of you that were there laughing and having fun, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Some of it can't be talked about on air. Bobby's a freak. Bobby's wild. Bobby gets crazy in those. Infrared is here. Knob Deep is here. Boomtown coming in from Canada. Boom. Oh, tomorrow. For those of you watching the show tomorrow night, I need you to step your game up. Boom will not be able to make tomorrow night's show. We are still going to do What Did We Learn as we do every show. But I need the rest of you to carry the weight that Boom carries. Johnny's here. Guys, if you haven't already, go check out Johnny and Snowball Show, Jets Worldwide. They have another show coming up this Sunday morning at 10:30, I believe. Yes, Jay Quest. I started coaching a football team yesterday. And after I introduced myself, I'm like, how many of you guys are Jets fans? And one kid raises his hand. I'm like, all right, well, the rest of you, you got homework. I need all of you to go home and subscribe to Proud NYJ Fan. You don't have to run sprints tomorrow. They didn't all do it, so they ran sprints. We win as a team, we lose as a team. We subscribe as a team, or we sprint as a team. I got standards as a coach, man. Todd's here. What's up, good sir? How are you? Daniel Meehan, our resident Dolphin. You're not a fantasy guy, but you will watch anyway. I appreciate that, Daniel. We'll probably talk a little AFC, so you get a little feel of your Dolphins. But I thank you for tuning in. Kim is here, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lady in the chat. Let's act accordingly. Let's be respectful, and let's only disrespect me. Don't disrespect yourselves. Kim, welcome. Thank you. Kim was traveling last week and wasn't able to make ladies' night, but she is lined up for the next ladies' night that we're going to have. I'm your host, Nick. Oscar, my man. If you haven't followed Oscar on Instagram, you're missing out. You are missing out. This guy is top-notch. He's like our own Ghetto Gronk. He's the Jets version of Ghetto Gronk. He puts stuff up instantly. I'm always laughing. I love it. I'm not saying that because he's here. I'm saying it because I don't sell bullshit. It's fantastic. I always get a laugh out of it. He'll send them to me. It's good stuff. It's Speed Round. Eminon. Benny. There you go, Benny. Look what you get, man. You're new to the channel. Jake Asman gives you a membership. ESPN's Jake Asman. Proud New York Jet Fan channel subscriber, Jake Asman. Yes, that Jake Asman. Congratulations. And like I said, look on the bottom. Michael Howell is here. The great Michael Howell. I believe this is the social media director of the Proud New York Jet Fan channel, Michael Howell Jr. Give Michael a shout out. He set up the TikTok. He set up Instagram. He's setting up the thumbnails for the channel. And we're going to have a whole bunch of more stuff coming your way. I see John Gotti's here. Who else we got? Nate's in the house. Ooh, let's get caught up. You guys are fired up tonight. You're not as fired up, though, as Juan Soto. Motherfucking tear. Guy's got 4 home runs in the last, 26 hours. Very good. Very good. All right, we're going to do this. Copy the link address. Before I bring in my guest, you ready? Before I bring in my guest, I'm going to drop his link. And then we're going to pin it, and we're going to tell you all about it. So do yourselves a favor. Take a minute. If you're into card collecting, if you're into I'll let him tell you about it. You don't want to hear me. You heard enough of me already. But please go follow this. I'm going to bring in a good friend of mine. Known him for a very long time, since the high school days. Some of you were in the Discord, saw the Nick Shine basketball pictures from high school the other day. This guy didn't need pictures. He was there. He experienced it. He was walking by the courts of Colonia and saw me play. Some people do fantasy football. Some people like fantasy football. This guy lives fantasy football. We're going to talk about the Jets. We're going to talk about where their players rank in his opinion, some guys to keep an eye on, some guys to maybe avoid. But I'm going to bring in my good friend and fellow Aaron Rodgers male crush, Chris Gueci. What's up?
Yes, what's going on, Nick? It's good to have myself grace the presence of all you bum New York Jet fans. No, I'm coming in swinging. But, Nick, you did me dirty, bro. We did not go to high school together. I am not that old. I am like
You weren't. I thought you were a freshman when I was a senior.
No. I don't think so. What year did you graduate?
96.
No, 1 year off, bro. 1 year.
Right, I know your brother and your sister. I thought you were.
Though. But yeah,
you've always been hanging with the older guys, though.
I'm not that old, am I? No, here we are.
But you've always been hanging around with the older guys. That's why I guess I just assumed you were in high school.
I definitely remember you. I was at all your basketball games, so he's not lying there, guys. He's definitely not lying there.
You remember back when a white boy could fly through the sky?
Yeah, definitely. Nick was the starting center on like arguably the greatest high school team that ever came out of Colonia. Truthfully,
we had and we won nothing. 22-3.
Wow. 5 Division
I players on the team, and we didn't win anything.
That's
so
incredible.
Disappointing.
So I take that back. They were not the best high school basketball team in Colonia.
The next generation of Dirtcats has picked up the torch, though.
But truthfully, yeah, that's true. It was that was the dawn of everything right there.
Yeah, it was a great time, man. Very good memory. I came across the picture the other day, and I sent it to everyone in the Discord, the newspaper articles my dad kept, the headlines, everything.
Let me get in the chat. Hold on. There we go. I was in the private chat still, so I'm like, there's nothing in here. Here we go.
Oh yeah, this chat is active. Buckle the fuck up. There's probably gonna be crazy discussions. You're gonna be shrugging. You're not in on all the conversations.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
We have a lady from Australia.
I came in swinging, so I'm sure I talked a lot of shit, and people might have been coming at me right away. But
yes, and you get one pass.
No, that's
you get
fine.
one
that's
pass.
Fine. I haven't done this in a while. I've been doing live streams, but not any type of content like this. I've been selling autographs and sports cards on Whatnot.
Well, tell us about that. Yeah. Tell us about Break Cards and tell us what you got going on.
Yeah, so we have a YouTube channel, which Nick put in the chat, and we do stream all of our shows on YouTube simultaneously. But if you guys have ever heard of Whatnot is where it's like eBay meets TikTok, and you do live streams and live auctions at the same time. And it's like if you've heard of breaking card breaks, everyone buys a team, everyone gets a small piece of the pie, and you split it up and you kind of disperse the cards evenly. If you've done the breaks, you know what I'm talking about. Whatnot's a very popular platform. So question already, with what Packer wide receiver are you drafting?
Oh, look at you.
So what are we doing here? I think Jaden Reed is arguably the clear-cut number one wideout, but I think the value is with Watson because you could get him 2 full rounds later. And if you really, really want value, then you wait even like a round later than that and get Romeo Doubs. And then if you really, really, really want value, you could wait until like the 14th, 13th round and get Dontavion Wicks. But it's a crapshoot. I think they're all going to play well. I just don't think any of them are going to be that. I think they will spike on certain weeks, but very inconsistent out of the entire group, truthfully. So I would avoid the Packers receivers, truthfully, unless you get them late.
All right.
What's up, Jets Nation? No Wicks. No, Wicks, definitely, bro. Definitely Wicks. But like I said, you gotta understand that Wicks is probably the 4th man right now. As good as I think he's going to be, it's a matter of opportunities. He's not going to get the targets that I think he would get on a different team.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna I know Bonesy gets excited. Isn't why his name's Bonesy. And we're gonna save the questions for later on. Let's get into the team that we're here discussing, the Jets. Tell us now. You've known this. I say this all the time on the chat, but you're somebody who can testify to this.
Yeah.
I have had a man crush on Rodgers for 15 years. Since we connected on social media years ago, I've always said to you, I love Rodgers.
You've been one of his advocates long before he was the Jets quarterback. I will vouch for that for sure. 100%. So it was actually like the one person I was happy for when he went to the Jets. I was like, well, Nick finally got his guy.
I got it. It's been a little longer wait, right? But patience will pay off. I'm sure of it this year. But in terms of fantasy, we know he's older. We know he's got the leg injury. He's always been able to move around and get you some surprising rushing yards or a couple rushing touchdowns. He'll break out the discount thing in Chicago, flip the fans off, which I love. You know, that's how you and I are. That's our personas, right? Tell me, where do you think he falls in the pecking order, coming off an injury and coming back with an offense that could be Breece's offense? Where do you value Rodgers in a standard scoring league?
So, well, you say standard. I'm not really. If you're going 6 points per touchdown, and
I consider four. 4 is standard, I think, right now, right?
A lot worse than you would think, honestly. Unfortunately for Aaron Rodgers, he's obviously coming off the injury. I do think the offensive line is very improved for the Jets. We're going to have to see it first, but I do think that they did a lot there to improve. So I'm not really too worried about his health, even though he's coming off a serious injury. That was a kind of a freak thing, and really it had nothing to do with him getting hit. So I just think with Rodgers, they run such a slow pace. Like, Rodgers likes to be at the line of scrimmage for a really long time. And in terms of the quarterbacks around the league, most of these young kids, they offer a ton of upside with the rushing. So you could get your 4 or 5 points a week guaranteed, even if the offense isn't moving, because they're going to get their rushing yards. Rodgers, like you said, he might scramble, he'll extend plays, but he's still looking to use his arm on those plays. And the fact that they really don't have a slew of weapons. I got to see what Mike Williams is about. They're going to be very top heavy. I'm not so sure about Aaron Rodgers this year in standard leagues, 1 quarterback leagues. I think you would be best served drafting Aaron Rodgers as your backup and being happy that you could plug somebody in that you're confident in any week that you might need him in a pinch, playing matchups and things. But I hate to say it.
And it's fair because let's be real about it. He's 40 years old, and in the last 20 years, there's been an explosion of quarterbacks who run and get you 6 to 8 rushing touchdowns, and he doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
In terms of fantasy, he may have fallen, but in terms of efficiency and gameplay, I think he's still top notch.
Yeah, last year, Kyler Murray coming off the ACL injury, he didn't really do much in the way of passing, but he still came back and averaged over 18 fantasy points per game, or even, I think it might even have been 21 in certain leagues, but in standard leagues, 18 fantasy points per game. And if you look at his passing stats, they had no weapons. So if you're telling me Kyler Murray coming off of an injury could finish averaging 18 fantasy points a game because he averaged 5 points a game with his rushing, and really that's what separates him. And when I say him, I mean Rodgers from the rest of the pack. I think, you could even really make the case for certain guys like Cousins and players like that over Rodgers at this point, just because of the weapons that they have there and the pace. It's really about the pace too. It's a slew of things that combine that make Rodgers really not all that attractive. Now, if we're in these super flex leagues where you get 2 quarterbacks, then by all means, Aaron Rodgers jumps up the draft board significantly, because then the second quarterback becomes that much more important.
Okay. Let's go right down the list. We've talked. I believe Breece Hall could be the fantasy player of the year. I believe with the revamped offensive line, this offense is going to be Breece's. As a Packer fan, I say this all the time to the chat, Rodgers has no ego. If he's got to hand it off 35, 40 times a game and win the game, like Brady did that too, right? They're these huge quarterbacks all time, but they will do whatever it takes to win the game. If it's run the ball, they'll do it.
I'm going to stop you for a second. I got to push back a little bit. Rodgers definitely has an ego, but when it comes to football, he doesn't. I give you that one.
Okay. All right.
He's got an ego, which we all love it, but for sure, man, he gives what the defense, he takes what the defense gives him, and like I said, he drags the plays out. He brings the play clock all the way down to 0, unless you get caught slipping. That's what Rodgers is great at. He's great for football, but he's not great for fantasy. But when you're talking Breece Hall, Aaron Rodgers has proven one thing, that he will make running backs good. He's done it throughout his entire career. You could look, Aaron Jones came out of nowhere as like a 5th-round pick, and Rodgers made him a fantasy stud. He's going to throw to the backfield. I think Breece Hall, being a 3-down back that he is, it's been proven that, they brought him along a little bit slow last year, and that was obvious coming off of the ACL. But once around October hit, he was off and running, and there was really no looking back. It was his offense last year, and what he was able to do with no quarterback is kind of telling. Yeah. I think Breece Hall, he can, like you said, be the number one player in fantasy this year. I wouldn't exactly put him over Bijan, but I will put him over a guy like CMC. And I know that's going to kind of maybe ruffle some feathers in the chat. Maybe not, though, because it is a Jets room. But I just think CMC.
You just got a few more subs, pal. You just got a few more subs with that.
There you go. My whole thing with that is I'd rather be a year too soon than a year too late on the CMC thing. He had 450 touches last year. Somebody else could enjoy that, and by all means, he might lose me the league by not taking him first overall. But I'm going with the Breece Hall or the Bijan at this point. That's my choice when it comes to running back one overall. And really, I don't even know if I put McCaffrey above guys like Jonathan Taylor or even Saquon at this point, which, I might be pushing it, but this is my opinion.
And having a leg injury already being tight in August, that's a bad sign. How many times do we see guys come back, be active, and then it lingers them all year? You think they start to go, they have a game and a half, and then they're back on the DL.
100%. He had the same calf last year, Joe Burrow, and it derailed his entire season. Calf injuries suck, especially for a running back, for sure.
Yeah, especially somebody as quick and shifty as him, whose whole game is changing direction and acceleration. Where do you see Breece? Now, we know it. We've discussed it all the time. Weeks 12 to 18 last year, Breece Hall was the number one fantasy quarterback. He did it with the worst quarterback and the worst offensive line in the NFL. Realistically, where do you see Breece falling in? Like you said, they don't run a lot of plays, so that's low. But where do you see Breece in terms of receptions and maybe touchdowns on the season, both catching and receiving, and total yardage? Where are you looking at for him to fall?
I think Breece Hall, the reason why I think he can finish first overall is because outside of Garrett Wilson, I don't see much targets going to any other player. I think he's going to control, a significant portion of the target share, maybe even upwards of around 20%, which for a running back is pretty insane. And a guy as talented as him getting the ball in his hands that many times. And I don't expect the Jets to be playing from behind all too many times. So the game scripts are going to be positive for him in that sense because the defense is really good. So there's not going to be many games where they're going to be just playing catch up where they got to throw the ball like crazy. And even if they did, Breece Hall is the type of back that doesn't leave the field. So he's in those situations where it's the 2-minute drill. I'm not sure if they'll have him in on the 2-minute drill, but all signs point towards if they're down, they're going to have the third down offense on the field more often than not. I think that's going to be Breece Hall this season for the Jets, 100%. And the amount of times there's a lot of these running back ones, if you look, Jonathan Taylor, outside of Bijan because they got Cousins now, but a lot of these quarterbacks, Saquon, they all have running backs. They all have rushing quarterbacks that might steal goal line carries. Derrick Henry with Lamar, Jonathan Taylor with Anthony Richardson. I could go on. And really, Breece Hall doesn't have that. He's one of the few that don't have any quarterback that's going to be vulturing touchdowns at the goal line.
Okay. You think it's fair if someone takes Breece Hall number one overall if they want a running back?
Yeah, if you're going running back first overall, I think it's 100% fair for somebody to take Breece. I'm not saying I would do it. I would probably take Bijan, but that's a preference thing. I just really like Bijan. And
during the discussion, it's not clear cut. Like the last couple of years, it's been clear cut CMC, right? But now
and the
it
NFC
could be Bijan Breece.
Far weaker division, conference, everything. The NFC, the schedule just looks a little bit better for me for Bijan.
Right. Okay. We'll stay in the running back room. We drafted 2 rookies. One of them happens to be the same state as your Packers, Wisconsin, Braylon Allen. Yeah. I've seen him twice. I saw him at the preseason game, and I saw him at the green and white scrimmage. And for somebody who is known as big muscular guy, very surprising how shifty he was on his feet. I think this is a guy that, listen, we know it's Breece's show, but what the Jets have done, they've given Breece drives off both years before the injury and then last year after the pitch count. They'll bring in a Dalvin Cook. They'll bring in the backup, Michael Carter. So I expect the same thing to happen with Braylon Allen. I say all the time that I don't want Breece coming off the field on third down. I'd rather the backup get the first down carry, and then Breece is on the field fresh for second and third down. You get the first down, take him out, and have Breece out there because he's such a weapon in the passing game. A deep league, you're drafting Braylon Allen. He's obviously the backup number one. So he is draftable in most leagues, especially if you're worried about getting the handcuff. What's your thoughts on the backup situation with the Jets?
Yeah, I mean, I think he does have it pretty much cinched at this point that he's going to be the RB2. I don't think there's going to be too much action outside of a Breece Hall injury. But I will say this. Typically, I know Hackett's coming from the Packers, so I could provide some insight in terms of how they platoon their running backs. They don't really do the first, second down, third down back thing. A lot of times, even still, the Packers do this with LaFleur. The running back gets a series. So if Breece Hall is going to get a break, he's more likely than not going to just get the entire series off, and Braylon Allen will get his series. And if he has a long run, then yeah, you might see him trot off for a play or two. But I don't think they're going to be relying too heavily on Braylon Allen in big spots unless he could prove it. I don't know enough about his pass pro, and I think that when it comes to being a backup running back, that's the most important thing. So if he struggles,
He got
there,
praised
that could
early.
be
Just to chime in there, Salah praised him early
okay.
and said that we're very impressed. He was never asked to catch the ball at Wisconsin. They didn't really ask him to do that.
So,
but everything in terms of pass protection and pass receiving out of the backfield, he's been a nice surprise. And he got praise early in training camp, which Salah usually doesn't do with rookies. They usually start them low on the depth chart and let them rise. So to get that praise the first couple days of camp was a really nice surprise to us as Jets fans.
Yeah, that's good, man. Anytime that a rookie running back is stepping in and learning how to pick up the pass protection, that's a great sign. That'll keep you in the league longer than anything as a running back. Same thing with wide receivers. If you could run block as a wideout, you'll play a long time. If you could pass block as a running back, you're going to play a long time. Look at Samaje Perine. Look at guys like McGahee. They lasted forever because they know how to play on third down.
Fair.
Truthfully.
I'm going to save the big one for last. Let's go to tight ends. You know, as a Packer fan, Rodgers loves the play action, loves getting the defense going one way, sneaking out the other way, finding that tight end in the back of the end zone. He might not target the tight end the whole entire drive. They get in the red zone, and all of a sudden, the tight end's smiling ear to ear because he knows they're going to get a play to him. What are your thoughts on Tyler Conklin?
Tyler Conklin is somebody that I would be avoiding, honestly. There's just too many other guys at the top of the tight end spots this year, and we know what Tyler Conklin is. He's going to be a guy that's reliable. He's a good run blocker. He does what the Jets need him to do. But I just don't anticipate him being able to accumulate much for your fantasy team in the way of counting on him as a starter. I know we're in a league together where you kind of just scooped him up late, and in those situations, you really can't do anything wrong because obviously you'd be willing to drop Tyler Conklin in a blink of an eye.
But I already had Pitts in the keeper league, the draft. I already had Pitts, who I'm big on now that Cousins is there. And I think I have another. I think Conklin may have been my third, but I took him as a roll of the dice where if he gets fed the ball. That's
my point. In a scenario where he's a red zone look, the Jets don't have many targets. So it's interesting to see which of these Jets players, is it going to be Conklin? Is it going to be Mike Williams? Who is going to be the second pass catcher that steps up? I think maybe Corley could be somebody that steps into that role at a certain point as we get towards the middle of the year. As you said, they bring rookies along slow with the Jets. So we got to really wait and see on that one.
That's fair. I don't think any other tight ends on the Jets are even worth the discussion for being draftable.
Yeah.
I'll go to this one now. Let's discuss the defense. Reddick will be there, so we're going to have this discussion with Reddick there. Are they the number one fantasy defense? I know they don't get a lot of turnovers. They don't get a lot of interceptions. They haven't played with a lead the last couple of years, so we've been watching a lot of football where teams are running out the clock from the mid-second quarter because they know that with Zach Wilson and the other shit bags at quarterback, they can't score. So now you're going to be looking at last year, for example, end of the Philly game. They knew they had a pass. We knew they had a pass. The whole stadium knew they had a pass. The place was electric, and we pick them off and return it down to the 5 to ice the game. We go into Denver. We have a lead. Playing with a lead, they go. They blitz Quincy Williams, which they never do. Sack, fumble, scoop, touchdown. They close that game out. This defense is built to beat. We played with Patrick Mahomes last year with Zach and lost 23-20. We're built to beat these teams and play with them that like to pass the ball. That's when we're at our best. So when you have a 14-point, 17-point, I know Jets fans, Google it, just like third down conversions, red zone offense, and touchdowns. Google this also, playing with a lead. When we're playing with a lead and we're up by a couple touchdowns, we're going to be able to tee off. And you get those late interceptions. You get that late pick six. You get those sacks that accumulate quickly in the fourth quarter. Where do you think the Jets defense sits from a fantasy perspective?
Yeah, I mean,
Hi, Ashley.
How you doing, baby? We got my girlfriend in the chat. She's always showing her support. We gotta love it. Gotta love it. You should see her in the Break Bud streams. But yo, the Jets defense they're not my number one, but they're damn close, man. I still got Dallas because Dallas turns the ball. Like, Dallas just generates turnovers, and until a team scores as many touchdowns as Dallas does on the defensive side of the ball, they have that type of defense. I know with Dan Quinn leaving, things can change, but I think Zimmer's going to do a lot of the same. They got some really good parts up front to make it happen. But realistically, I mean, at any given week, I like to play the matchups in defense. If I have one solid one, I'll keep it all year long. But, defense and fantasy, I'm playing the streams, and I like to collect them towards the end of the year with deeper rosters that I have in my leagues. But, yeah, the Jets, sum of all parts, they have arguably the best defensive team, in the league roster, player for player up and down the roster. They really don't have any weaknesses. I'm not quite sure about their depth in the secondary, but as far as their starters go, they're the best. They're the best four that I think are going in the league right now.
Chris, thoughts on this from Oscar? He's about to break some buds later too, if you know what he means. Chris, do you know what he means?
I do know what he means. If you think the name just came from nowhere, bro, it's a double entendre. Me and my buddy didn't just decide, hey, let's we named it after our friendship. No. We're breaking buds, bro. You get the vibes.
I do want to welcome Ashley. Big thing here on the show is the percentage of viewers who are ladies. We were at 4.9%. We've had a little surge here. Maybe Ashley kicks us up to 5, and we'll have another ladies' night when we get to 5% viewership. So, Ashley, welcome. I see the chat showing you love. Thank you. And please stay subscribed at least till I hit 1,000, and then you can dip if you want to. But now you're locked in.
Don't dip. She shows her support for sure.
I know she does. She's awesome. You guys look great at the wedding the other day.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I know I busted your balls. Like, who has a wedding during fantasy football draft season?
Unbelievable, right? She had the nerve of her.
Nerve. Dude, no, I'm kidding. So I'm loaded in your league. For those who know, Chris has a deep league. I think there's 18 roster spots, right? It's a keeper league. You keep 12. I've talked about it. I have the luxury of having the Jets and the Ravens defense that I kept. I figured keeping both of those was better than keeping Valdez-Scantling as my fourth wide receiver. I like that option. And now I want to get to this. I'm very excited to hear what you think about Garrett Wilson. You know more than anybody. When Aaron Rodgers has a 1A, that ball goes there time and time and time again. And even if he's covered, he's not, because of the receiver's ability and Rodgers' ability to get the ball there, read the defense. Tell me about Wilson, and then go into the other receivers.
I think Garrett Wilson has an outside chance to be this season's CeeDee Lamb in terms of receptions. He's going to get an insane amount of targets his way this year. You saw it with Devontae Adams. He just gets force-fed. Jordy Nelson, same kind of deal. Aaron Rodgers will provide value for his wide receiver one. The one thing that worries me a little bit is the Jets play calling style. I'm not so sure that Robert Saleh is going to be on board with throwing it as many times as it might require. And the fact that Dallas last year, CD was able to score as many touchdowns as he did because Tony Pollard was so dog shit in the red zone and inside the 5 that they just had to start throwing inside the 5 the rest of the season. So I think he might struggle to get the touchdowns. And truthfully, that's what's largely been absent from Garrett Wilson's game so far. He's only got 7 career touchdowns, I think. And, for a receiver of his talent level, that's got to change. I think he could possibly even double that number this year, meaning not 14, total career. I mean, he could finish the season with 20 career touchdowns. I think that's what I'm looking for out of Garrett Wilson. I do have him in another league as well. So I think Garrett Wilson has a chance. I don't think he's wide receiver 1 coming out of the gate. But if you're able to get Garrett Wilson on the 1-2 turn, early second round, jump all over it, especially if you're a Jets fan, because you're not going to get him anywhere else. And you'll have fun with him this year because Aaron Rodgers is going to feed him the ball. Outside of health, which you could say that about any player, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, those two, and then you could touch the Jets a little bit later with the defense once you get to that point of the draft. But I'm going hard after those two guys early. And truthfully, if you're able to get your hands on both, I don't even think that's really all that bad of an idea.
Yeah, they're going to get high volume. They're going to get a lot of targets. Well, to be fair, though, with Garrett, he has 7 touchdowns in 2 years. We've only scored 8 the last 2 years as an offense. So very, very high percentage. We haven't scored very much, Chris.
No, I know. Trust me, I get it. I know it. I saw what was happening last year. Again, I said I have him in a league. I had Garrett Wilson. I was extremely high on him. I made a deal before the season started to land Garrett Wilson in a trade in one of my dynasty leagues, and it didn't pan out. And I was all excited because they got Rodgers. I was like, all right, I'm going to get on board with this. And it didn't quite pan out. But I have a trivia question for you.
Shoot. Ooh, little spot trivia question. I like this.
In 2022, all the receiver, the 2022 wide receiver draft class, who has the most touchdowns out of any receiver drafted in 2022?
22. It's not Olave, London, or Garrett. It's not going to be one of those guys. 22. Who else came in 22? Oh, is it going to be? It's going to be your guy. Is it going to be Watson?
It is going to be Watson.
All right, yeah, I knew it.
Who's
after the dust settled? I was like,
number 2? Who's number 2? That's the real trivia question.
Is it Dobbs?
It is 12 and 11.
I should have known. Don't ever host a trivia show, Chris. It's going to be all Packers answers.
No, that was I read that before I came on the show. I was like, wow, what an impressive stat. It really is kind of impressive stat.
Considering that it was so top heavy in round 1, right?
Yeah, with the receivers.
Garrett, London, Olave.
Yeah. Wasn't Amon-Ra in that class too?
No, because he just got a new deal, so he's.
Yeah, he was the year before. I was gonna say I thought he had more touchdowns than that, but
he signed his extension, so he's got to be the previous year. He can't be from that draft because they're not eligible yet.
Well, no, because he wasn't a first-round pick. He was like a fifth-round pick.
But still, you have to be 3 years in the league. You have to play 3 years before you're eligible for an extension. Wilson's only played 2. So after this year, that whole class, the 2022 draft class, can extend.
You're right.
Nice. I'm going to clip that. Whenever you disagree with me, I'm just going to send you that reply back of you saying, you're right.
You're right. Real trivia, Chris.
I'm going to send it to Ashley, too. And Ashley can have that one. So thank you for your thoughts on the Jets. Let's get overall. Now,
okay.
You have you care what position we start at? Like, give me some quarterbacks that you think might be on the rise, or guys to avoid. Like guys you think, like you said, Rodgers in terms of fantasy, they don't have the high play volume.
Yeah, I mean, with quarterbacks, quarterback, I think that there's a little bit of red flags around Dak this year. I know Dak came on strong in the second half last year, and there was no one better down the stretch than Dak was. But I just worry a little bit with the CeeDee Lamb situation. He's just teetering ever so slightly down. And I got guys like I'd rather have Kyler. I'd rather have Jordan Love. There's just certain guys that are right on that fringe that I think I'm leaning towards because of the amount of weapons that they have, and a very similar situation with what the Jets have in very top heavy with CeeDee Lamb, but CeeDee Lamb's not in camp right now, but they don't have the running back in Breece Hall that they could lean on. So I think Dak, they're going to be very one-dimensional, and they were one-dimensional last year, and being as one-dimensional as they're going to be for a second year in a row, that has me a little apprehensive with Dak. If we want to talk who I think is going to potentially win leagues for people this year, Anthony Richardson. The read option, him and Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor might win the rushing title, which we'll get to him in a second. But Anthony Richardson is just a stud. You saw what he was able to do in like 3 games and a quarter last year, and he still had like 100 fantasy points, which is incredible. You know, it took like half the season for some of the quarterbacks to even come close to where he was.
Yeah.
So
I had him
Anthony
as my
Richardson,
backup, and I had him as my backup in Kevin Miller's league.
Yeah.
As to Josh Allen. And I'm like, after like the second game, I'm like, should I put Richardson in over Allen? Like, I'm literally having that debate.
There's a real conversation this year for I think Anthony Richardson to be a league winner. He might break fantasy football entirely and do some crazy shit. But I like Jaden Daniels as a rookie because I think that the pace that Kingsbury is going to set, it's going to alleviate a lot of the offensive line issues. They have two really good pass catching backs, and same thing with the read option. These running quarterbacks, there's something to them for me. And I talked about Kyler earlier. I think he's a little bit ascending above Dak right now. So I kind of like those guys. I don't really like reaching too high for a quarterback. The first person that I'm looking at realistically is if Anthony Richardson drops to the 5th round, I'll start considering quarterback in the 5th. If maybe at the back end of the 4th, if you're at the 4-5 turn and you picked early in the draft, you might want to just take them 4th, depending on who's drafting what after you. But really, I like those quarterbacks in that pocket in the 4, 5, 6 range. And then, you know, after that, I just kind of don't think I'd really touch any of them. If I miss a quarterback and I have to take 2, then I'm 100% making sure that I get Jaden Daniels on my team. 100%. So if I'm stuck with like Goff and someone, it's going to be Jaden Daniels. If I'm stuck with one of those back end ones, I want Jaden Daniels to give me that extra juice because I think he could also be a QB1 this year.
Nice. For those of you just tuning in, we're hanging out with my buddy Chris Gueci. We're talking fantasy football. And if you look in the chat, we have the link pinned for his channel. Tell everyone again, Break Buds, what do you guys do there?
Yeah, we're on Whatnot, but we also stream all of our streams on YouTube as well. We open up football cards and football memorabilia. If you guys know what a card break is, everybody buys a team. We open the boxes and then we disperse the cards to each person based on what team you got. Or we do these autographs. I actually I can't even take it off. But before we go off, I'll go grab one and show you guys what it's all about.
Okay, nice. So yeah, if you guys are into that and getting collectibles, you know, we have I got to send this to Rick. Don't yell at me yet. I got the Breece Hall signed autograph last week at camp. If you guys want some of that stuff, you go in there, pick your team, pick the Jets. If it breaks and you get Jet stuff, they'll send you Jet stuff. So it's fun. I've done a couple, and I highly recommend it, especially if, you know, it's becoming a business. You get that stuff and then you flip it. You're making money.
Yeah, Joe might be actually streaming right now. He actually just sent me he hit a Justin Herbert rookie.
Shh, Carly. Shh. I didn't tackle them. I just kicked them out of the way. A tackle would be me going to the ground with.
What, you pulled a Costanza, bro?
I'm not saying that. This is on the internet here. We're not gonna just say that the autograph was received. That's all that matters. It's all about the end game, right? Mm-hmm. It's all about the end game. Breece Hall, Nick got the football. I got the helmet. I did a GoFundMe for.
You're like that guy. You see the guy that's at all these baseball games? What's his name? Tad or Nad? And he has a thing like that says, hit it here. He's like travels around major league parks and he like pushes kids out of the way to catch baseballs. So
I've heard about.
Bro, it's funny as hell, actually. I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but it's hysterical.
Oh, no. This chat is all about abusing children. Don't worry.
It's amazing. Not abusing children. That was bad timing. The guy that
shoving them out of the way, it's fair game. If you're in the bleachers, it's fair game.
But there is a problem with an adult bringing a baseball glove to a game. So entirely is, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I was trying to teach my son this tactic. You know, Nick. He's a very quiet, calm kid. Like there's times that people like, is he yours? Because you know me, right? So he's waiting there. He's got the football. And I'm like, Breece Hall's coming. I'm like, drop the ball. He's like, what? I go, when he gets close, drop the fucking ball down to the field. He'll have to pick it up, and then he'll sign it and give it back to you. But then I went down. I got the signature. I was there for a minute and a half. Came back. I came back. Yeah, victory! And he's like, what happened? I go, go down on the ramp, dumbass. Hand the ball right there and get it to him. He goes down, he gets it. He was so happy and relieved.
That's great.
I raffled this off. I don't even get to keep this. I did a GoFundMe for a guy, Hank, from Canada, who's never been to a Jet home game.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
We raised enough money to get him to come down here.
Guy. I don't care what they say about you on Facebook.
I don't care either. I don't care. If it's Ray saying it, who gives a damn? I got Ray crying to me that we should have drafted J.J. McCarthy and that Lamar Jackson is the greatest quarterback ever. And I'm like, right, every take you have, I disagree with.
Well, Lamar's very good, so you can't.
He's good at fantasy. He's good at he's great at fantasy football.
He's good in real life.
All right,
yeah,
allow me now. Allow me to push back on that.
He's got 2 MVPs.
Number one
he's
rushing
a good
game.
Quarterback.
Oh yeah. But number 1 rushing attack, number 1 scoring defense, number 1 takeaway defense, number 1 yardage defense, number 1 kicker of all time, Super Bowl winning coach, and people are blaming the front office because they don't have enough. What else do you need? You need a better quarterback in the playoffs. That's what you need.
But you really think that, you really think that that's his narrative? Is he complaining?
It's mine. It's mine.
It's not like Lamar's not complaining and saying I need more. I don't think he's doing that. I think Lamar kind of owns what happened last year. It's one team could win. You know that. Lamar's a very good quarterback. I don't think Lamar could be really, can't be blamed entirely just yet. What is he, 27? If that, 26. So he's still got a career in front of him.
6 years in the league. He came in 18 with the Sam Darnold draft.
So what is he? He was a young rookie, though.
Yeah.
He was like 20, 21 years old as a rookie. So, look, he's still got plenty of football in front of him. A lot of these guys, I think Jordan Love's 26. He's got 2 MVPs. So if you put it into context, I think we could put to bed the whole Lamar is going to get hurt because he runs too much. A lot of those things that you're talking about, number 1 rushing offense every year, it's a lot to do with him. But anyway, let's get off that. We talked quarterbacks already. Let's go back into the fantasy realm.
All right. We already covered Brees, what you think about Brees and Bijan. So let's talk running backs. Who are some guys we know the big names, right? We know Jonathan Taylors, we know Gibbs, we know the guys who are going to stuff the sheets and are round 1, round 2 guys. Who are some other guys that you're looking at and maybe thinking, okay, this guy maybe can explode and get to that level this year? Who's some sleepers you got?
I think Isaiah Pacheco is number 1 on my list right now of guys that I think should be shooting up draft boards. In some leagues, I'm seeing him going like the middle of the 3rd, 4th round. Look at his splits from last year. They didn't fully give him the offense until around week 8 or 9, and look what Pacheco did from that point on. He's involved in the passing game. The Chiefs find interesting ways to get him the ball. Kelsey is kind of taking a step back, so all those goal line guarantees that Kelsey was getting, he's not in the field as much as he was in the past. I do think they'll play him in the red zone, but doesn't mean he's going to get the looks in the red zone every single time like he's been in the past. I think that really outside chance at finishing in the top 5 running backs overall is Isaiah Pacheco for sure. He's going to get a lot of targets. And last year, a guy that what came out of nowhere, and I think for some reason they're just not giving him any respect this year, but Rachaad White. I still see him shooting really low, 4th, 5th round. I'm piling on receivers heavy early in drafts this year, and I'm shooting after guys like Pacheco in the 3rd and Rachaad White in the 4th. Okay. I'm even seeing Derrick Henry go as late as the 3rd round in some leagues.
Yeah.
If you're in a league where you don't get any points for receiving, you could make the case that Derrick Henry is the number 1 pick overall this year. If you don't get 1 point per catch, I think Derrick Henry might score 20 touchdowns rushing this year. Gus Edwards had 13 touchdowns. He had 900 yards on under
12 carries.
It was on like 200 carries. Derrick Henry's going to get 270 carries in that offense. Imagine what Derrick Henry does in that offense with 70 more touches than Gus Edwards produced last year. I don't even care if he catches a single pass. He might score. Yeah. He might set an NFL record for rushing touchdowns this season. So
and they are a methodical offense. They do have big play capability, but they will march down the field and then slam it in with Henry.
I think that you're going to see some record-breaking rushing offenses this season when you look at the Colts and then you look at who were we just talking about?
Jets.
The
With
Jets,
Brees and
no. It's the rushing offense. It's the Colts, the Ravens, and then you could even really make the case for Philly, but I just don't think Jalen Hurts gets the rushing volume and the yardage volume so much as he gets the touchdowns. They don't really run him between the 20s. But you're going to see Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, those two guys are going to get gaping wide holes because they're going to just keep the ball in their pocket for a second. You know, the defense can't react because there's always the threat of the quarterback keeps it. So going to be fun to see those two guys.
Okay. Any other ones that you want? Any other running backs you're high on?
I'm high on Brett.
How about a sleeper? Give us a deep sleeper. Like, all right, here, I got you. Every year there's a rookie that explodes and comes on the scene. No Diddy. That's what she said. We know.
Yeah. So who's this year's Kyron?
Who's this year explosive rookie running back?
I mean, I want to say Jonathan Brooks because I think that they got all the time in the world, and you saw what happened last year with Rachaad White in Tampa. Dave Canales is now the head coach in Carolina. I think Carolina's entire offense is going to be a little bit better than people think. I know Bryce Young didn't look good. Metrics were all off, but there's some underlying metrics that if you really want to find good points, he had a lot of dropped passes. He had his receivers were just not open. Like when I say not open, I mean not open. They had the worst separation in the NFL history. And I mean, like they do all these weird metrics now, and I don't have them in front of me, but the Carolina receiving core last year was historically bad, and he really had no chance to succeed. I think this year, Dave Canales, what he did with Baker, it's going to make that entire Carolina offense good. Deontay Johnson is a late sleeper that I think is going to be a target machine. You saw what Thielen did last year in Carolina. He was like arguably a top 20 receiver at the end of the season. He may have actually finished there. I think Deontay Johnson has a real good chance to do that as well. But Jonathan Brooks.
And they added DK Metcalf Jr. and Xavier Legette.
Yeah, no, for sure. They have some weapons there now, and I really just like Dave Canales. Jonathan Brooks, I think it's going to take a little bit of time, but you see in the second half, if Carolina could win some games early, Chuba Hubbard holds down for it for a little bit, I think that you could see Jonathan Brooks be a league winner. There's always the chance that Trey Benson kind of gets things going. He's not really having a good camp, and James Conner has been that steady guy that everybody thinks is going to suck every year, but he turns in 10, 15 touchdowns.
Okay.
He'll get hurt, but I just think that right now Benson hasn't even gotten the inside track at the 2 job. So really it's just Jonathan Brooks. Very weak running back class for rookies this year.
Yeah. How about a running back to avoid?
We got Marshawn Lloyd, but right here, he's a Packers running back rookie, but he's also dealing with a hamstring and he fumbled twice. So avoid him too. But running backs to avoid, honestly, CMC. I hate saying it, but it's just I can't do it. I can't. The cost is too high. I'm not risking my entire season on a guy that had 450 touches that's coming into this season with an injury. I know it's CMC. He could be the number 1 player overall, and you don't really want to run from injuries too much because, you know, if you did that with him 2 years ago, you got burned. But it's just he's the number 1 guy.
I had him the 2 years he got injured back to back, and then I don't touch him, and then he's the best back in football last 2 years.
Exactly, but yeah, CMC. And if you give me a second, I'm sure I could pop a few more out there. There's really a lot of running backs that are in the do not draft zone or the dead zone for me.
All right, let's do this. Let me throw some names out at you, and give me buy or sell. How about that?
Yeah,
we'll do a little buy or sell.
That works. That works.
Jared Cook.
Buy.
Big time. I'm big. I'm not a Buffalo supporter in any way, shape, or form,
but
I
it's
think
James Cook. I appreciate the love. But that was the Packers tight end that caught that pass against Dallas in the playoffs.
That hit me a $2,300 parlay on a $100 bet that year. I still get yelled at from my ex by, you ruined that weekend for us down at the winery. We went to Renault Winery down by Atlantic City, and I'm screaming like a madman in a little quiet hotel. As
you ruined the weekend. Be like, I hit 2,300. I made the whole weekend. Shit.
I did. I mean, it wasn't her money. She didn't need it. So
yeah,
I still get laughed at about that every time I talk about Aaron Rodgers. Devin Singletary.
Honestly, he's probably the last starting running back drafted in every single league that I've seen so far. And I got to say, I'm a buy on Devin Singletary. At that cost, you can't go wrong. Look, volume is king in fantasy football. who else is getting the ball? Tracy just went down. He just got carted off, if I'm not mistaken. So they don't really have a running back two to speak of right now. And that offense, who outside of Neighbors, they don't really have anyone to throw to either. I think he fits. You saw what he was capable of last year with the Texans. You've seen certain guys like Wayne Gallman succeed when Saquon went down. And I feel like that style, call me crazy, might suit what the Giants need him to do this year. He's going to average maybe 3.7 yards a carry, but he's going to get maybe 300 carries if he stays healthy. So volume is king. I'm in.
All right. This guy is a guy who came in with number 3 running back his rookie year, and he's declined each of the last 3 seasons. He's gone from 3 to 14 to 23. Najee Harris.
See, this is a good one. I'm not really a big fan of Najee, but again, I said this before, volume is king. You know Arthur Smith. It's like right now everyone thinks that Jalen Warren should be getting more of the touches in Pittsburgh. And I feel like there's this stubborn aspect of Arthur Smith's game where he doesn't care what everybody thinks, and he's going to give the guy that he wants. I think Najee Harris kind of fits the bill of a guy that is going to piss people off because Jalen Warren should be getting all these touches. They're going to give it to Najee, and he's still going to be the guy that leads Pittsburgh in carries. And you're going to see the efficiency metrics of Jalen Warren shoot through the roof. Every time he touches the ball, he's going to make big plays. But Najee's still going to get them 200 carries this year, and he's going to plug along. I think Pittsburgh's offensive line is slightly improved. I have no idea what's going to happen at quarterback, though. So that's really the question for Pittsburgh.
All right. I got one more in the running backs for you. Is last year the anomaly for Raheem Mostert, or is this just the right system with the right play design, and he just took advantage of it with his speed? What's your thoughts in terms of Mostert, who dropped 18 rushing touchdowns last year, 3 receiving, top 5 running back, and was never higher than 25? He finished 25th.
I mean, he had more touchdowns last year than he had in his entire career combined.
He did.
I think that there's a chance that Mostert is a high volume touchdown guy again, but they just drafted Jalen Wright. They have Devon Achane that I think they want to get a little bit more involved. He is who he is, though, so he's somewhat of a gimmick. I think Jalen Wright is the guy that they really want to be given the ball to later on in the season because he's almost the same exact replica of a Raheem Mostert. He's just younger. And they didn't draft him for no reason. He fits their mold. But Mostert's going to be a guy that's going to get involved. I don't trust any of the Miami backs. Mostert, at the value you're getting him at, it might not be a bad play if you are really desperate at running back. But I would definitely plan for the future. If you draft Mostert, make sure you have one of these running backs that you could like maybe slide in as the season progresses and they come into more carries. I'm not leaning on Mostert for much.
And just to chime in with the Dolphins, fantasy football season happens in December for the playoffs. Do you really want the Dolphins on your team when it's below 45 degrees?
No,
do you want the Dolphins on your team when they got to go into Green Bay on Thanksgiving night? Do you want them when you got the 49ers, the Browns, the Jets, the Texans?
I think
their last 6, it's rough, dude. Their last 6, it's at Green Bay Thanksgiving night.
At Cleveland.
At Cleveland, San Francisco home, at the Texans, Jets home, Jets away.
They're playing at Cleveland on championship week, I think, which is just the worst nightmare matchup you could possibly have.
Nighttime game, too.
Cleveland's got some shit weather at that time. Achane definitely offers an insane ceiling. Look, boom or bust, though. I have a tough time rostering those types of players because of where you have to get him. You know, Achane, crazy upside, but the downside is he doesn't touch the ball. He only sees the field like 10 plays that game because of game script. You worry about that Miami with that. That goes for their receivers too. In fact, the safest Dolphin that I think truthfully out of everybody is Jalen Waddle. Even though Tyreek's probably the better player, I just think consistency wise, I think Waddle's going to have a big year. Big year.
I agree. Well, let's get right into receivers. Give me some of the receivers that you're higher on than other players, other people.
Yeah, I'm big on Jalen Waddle. I just said that. I'm really big on Michael Pittman this year. Very unexciting player. You could get him like again in like the 4th round. He had 106 catches last year. He hasn't really had much in the way of touchdowns, but he really hasn't had much in the way of quarterbacks either. And just Shane Steichen, I really like him in his second year with that offense and getting Anthony Richardson back. You'll hear me talking about the Colts a lot because I think they're a really good team this year. Great offensive line. So all of that thing matriculates into, I think, him having a career year.
Okay.
Jalen Waddle, same thing. He was injured last year, and he still managed to put up, top 20 fantasy receiver production. I think he's in for a really big year because that was an injury. I know that, you don't really like talking about it because he's a Dolphin, but Jalen Waddle is an absolute stud.
I like him.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a little bit
about
anything
against him.
We talked a little bit about the Packers receivers. I would maybe avoid those guys, as crazy as it is for me to say. I just think that it's hard for me to tell which one of those guys is going to stand out. So, if you're going to go after any of them, I say Watson in the 10th, 11th round, because that's really good value at like a wide receiver 4. Could end up being a league winner.
Okay.
We'll do the buy sell. Who do we got? Let me get, the buy sell is easy for me.
Brandon Ayuk.
Oh. Look, Brandon Ayuk.
I love that sound.
I think Brandon Ayuk for his career would be best.
Well, let me rewind real quick. Let me add this to the question. With the holdout, you as a fantasy football player, and it's draft season, how does that affect his stock for you? What's your mindset looking at someone like Brandon Ayuk? And now, how do you value that and factoring into draft status?
Look, Ayuk, I think, is criminally underpaid. We'll just start off by saying that. I know
you're high on him.
I think Ayuk is arguably the most efficient receiver in the NFL. If you look at the guys around him in terms of target share last year, I think he got 105 targets. You look at his numbers. He got 105 targets and he finished with 1,300 receiving yards. If you look at the average NFL player that gets 105 targets, they usually finish between 800 and 900 receiving yards. So he's on an efficiency level 500 yards better than those guys over that course of that amount of receptions. That's really impressive. I don't like him in San Fran. I know that might have to do with how efficient he is. I think that I would like to see him go to a team like Washington or a team like Pittsburgh where he could command a lion's share of the targets from a fantasy perspective. But it's a very good floor because if the worst case scenario is we already know he's ruling out New England, so thank God there. But if the floor for Ayuk is San Fran, him staying in that great situation, and the floor is him just getting 100 targets in that great offense, maybe a little bit more if Debo goes down for a little bit, maybe more if CMC gets hurt, but a very good environment for him to score and play well and get tons of targets in the red zone and all those things. But there's not a lot to go around. There's only one football and there's 6 or 7 guys in San Fran. When you count even into their deep receivers, Jawan Jennings, they have a lot of good talent on that offense. So
they do. And everyone's always in a position to catch and run.
Yeah,
I've never seen 49ers catch the ball and go down. It's always Brandon Ayuk wide open yak.
Is San Fran? I'm very high on Ayuk this year. I mean, I take him. I reach a little bit on Ayuk. I'm willing to take him around like 14, 15 overall. If I'm in that spot though, I typically, like Ayuk in the second round, mid to late second round. I'm not afraid to press the button on Ayuk this year.
Does the holdout affect that at all if it comes to the day of the draft and he's still holding out?
For me, well, I don't think he's going to not play. So, no, I don't think that's really going to affect it. I think he'll be there. I think that deal is going to get done sooner than not, and it's going to be San Fran. So, if there's any Pittsburgh fans out there, it's probably not going to be you. I think that they've been using this as leverage.
What if he gets traded? What if he goes to Pittsburgh? How does that affect him? And because you just praised how great he's utilized in San Francisco. If he does go to a team like the Steelers, how does that affect his draft stock in terms of fantasy for you?
All right. The only reason why I worry is because of Arthur Smith. So, that really does worry me. But I don't think it's going to be Pittsburgh. I think it's going to be San Fran. It does worry me. Drake London was dog shit in in Atlanta with Arthur Smith. I'm not worried about Pickens. Because Pickens is just he is who he is. He's a deep threat. And when they go deep, they're going to be going to Pickens. I think Ayuk would be able to come into Pittsburgh and immediately command the number one target share in that offense. He would immediately be their best receiver, and it's not close. And so he would be considered their one. I just worry a little bit about Arthur Smith. So it's a dungeon for Arthur Smith and anybody that plays on his offense that's not a running back, truthfully.
Okay. I like this one. It's been a very long time. He's never done it. Is this the year Mike Evans falls off, or does he still just stay status quo? Like, it's every year I look at him in the draft, and I'm like, oh, my luck, this will be the year he doesn't do it. This will be the year he falls off. But he just keeps producing. What's your thoughts on Evans, and what do you think about him?
So, I said that thing earlier about, like, I'd rather be a year too soon than a year too late.
I've been that way for 4 straight years with Evans.
I've been the same way with Evans and Keenan Allen for like maybe even longer. And I think that this season for Keenan Allen may actually be the season where he kind of declines a little bit. New place, tons of weapons, rookie quarterback.
You just happen to hate the place that he's at, too.
No, it's just like now I'm going to go back to that for a second. I don't think Mike Evans falls off this year. But again, I'm not going to draft him. So like, I think Mike Evans is going to go way too late because of the same reason. So if you're that guy that wants to say, fuck that, I'm going to take him, and you get him, and you might get a top 10 wideout this year in the 5th or 6th round because Mike Evans has been dropping. But no, let's just touch on the Bears for a second. I don't think Caleb is necessarily going to be a bust. All right. But they have 3 receivers that are getting drafted in the top 36. There is 0% chance that a rookie quarterback is going to support 3 top 36 fantasy receivers.
Yeah.
0%.
It's going to be erratic, right? One guy might have a good week. The other guy maybe not get any targets. It's going to be erratic.
But I don't know. I'm leaning more and more towards Rome Odunze actually being a bust more so than Caleb.
And we talked about that pre-draft.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird metrics on guys that have only had one good college season and the offense that he's coming from. Like, he's on the same list as guys like Kelvin Benjamin and, just a bunch of receivers that did not pan out. So I'm a little worried about Odunze, but Keenan Allen, I think I'm worried about him too. I think DJ Moore is the only guy in that offense that they paid him. They showed him that he's the number one over there, and he's going to get the ball a lot.
Okay. Last receiver I want to ask you about, guy coming off of injury, Tank Dell.
Yeah. Give me all the Tank Dell that I could get. As many shares of Tank all day, every day.
Okay.
Nico Collins too. Either one of those guys. I take Nico a little higher than Tank, but only because he's going higher. And if you want to get him, you have to take him a little bit higher. I do think Tank Dell is CJ's favorite weapon. He's his best friend on the team, and he's very open about that. I don't really think that Diggs is going to come in and be able to argue his way into targets. That's not the way to the quarterback's heart, my friend. I think Diggs is going to be the odd man out as far as targets go, and it's going to kind of affect Houston long term, or at least down the stretch. He's going to be bitching, and they'll deal with some bullshit with Diggs. But I'm in on Tank Dell. Injury aside, gunshot aside, I'm in on Tank Dell all day.
Nice. Surprise wide receiver. Last one. Surprise wide receiver that a late round pick, a sleeper that you got your eye on that I could steal from you in our draft.
Dontavion Wicks? No. I'm not going to go Packer. I'll go somebody different here.
All right. Go rookie then. Go rookie. I know we both talked. I took him 4th overall in your draft. McConkey from the Chargers for me is going to get massive volume in my opinion.
I want to say Jalen Polk. Jalen Polk is going to be that he just reminds me of like a workman type who basically, if there's any receiver this year that I could see turning into the Puka, it's him. It's somebody that has like the volume type. He's a possession receiver. He's not blowing the cover up to defense, but he catches in traffic. And I think that there's just no competition for targets in New England right now. Not a crazy passing offense, but who's getting the ball there? Demario Douglas? Jalen Polk has a real chance. Another receiver, non-rookie, Michael Wilson, second-year guy, Arizona, very under the radar. I don't know if it's his first and last name is just so basic and there was so many other receivers that kind of did well. But
It's like a Madden auto-generated rookie
100%.
name.
But if you look at his metrics last year, they were very good. And this Arizona team has Kyler coming back off this injury. Now he's fully healed. They got Marvin Harrison Jr. Trey McBride is an absolute stud. And they got this guy, Michael Wilson, that nobody's really talking about. But if you look at his numbers last year as a rookie, they were really good. So all this attention, all these other places, but they have this really good receiver that nobody's talking about. I'm taking him. He's my last pick in almost every draft so far.
All right. Real quick, tight ends. Give me a name to look out for and give me a name to avoid.
Name to avoid is Kittle. I just think Kittle he's very erratic, boom or bust. If you take away the 3 touchdown game he had last year, he had a very pedestrian season. So I know it's not fair. If you take away his best game, then you have to take away everyone else's best game too. But you understand what I'm getting at there.
Absolutely.
A player like Njoku, I would say be a little bit weary of, because if you look at the splits that he had with Flacco and Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco threw him the ball every play, and he really came on down the stretch. But if you look at what he was doing with Deshaun Watson, it really wasn't much. Tight ends that I'm really targeting, if I miss out on everybody, if I miss out on the top 7, I'm not leaving the draft without Jake Ferguson. So if you missed out on any of those top guys, I think Ferguson, goal line, red zone target machine. He's not going to get a ton of receptions, but he's going to get a ton of usage in the red zone. What else do I got?
He's athletic enough to get out from the 25 corner route.
Yeah, no, he's
7, make a move on the safety and get in. Like he's
at that age now where tight ends really don't bloom until 3rd, 4th season. He's entering the 3rd season, so I think he's really primed.
Nice.
And if Justin Fields wins that starting job with Pittsburgh and Brandon Ayuk doesn't get traded there, if you really want a deep flyer, Freiermuth. I think Freiermuth last year had a down season, but there was a lot wrong with what was going on in that offense.
Russ does feed tight ends too.
Yeah, well, no, more so Justin Fields. Look what Cole Kmet did last year. He had, in the red zone, it was all Cole Kmet. So I think Freiermuth has a chance to bounce back and get a significant target share this season because Pittsburgh doesn't really have many weapons.
Nice. I like it. You got time for a couple questions?
Yeah, of course.
Guys, questions, comments, super chats will cut the line. Throw some of your fantasy questions out. Ask Chris, and as you guys know, you got a super chat. It gets on air immediately. So, is this the "Why are you still here" moment?
Oh, is that Ash? She's back. No. She's good.
No, I'm just teasing.
She's just popping in. Ash, do you have any fantasy questions, Ash? Ask them away, Ash.
Dating you, she should have all the answers. She shouldn't have any questions at this point.
Bro, she's
not a couple years with you now.
She does not give one rat's ass about fantasy football. Which, honestly, I love it that way. I don't need my girlfriend to be on my fantasy team. Let me watch
rooting
football
against you because she's got players. You don't need that animosity.
Yeah, we don't need none of that shit. Just wear the Packers jersey, sweetheart.
Our buddy Boomtown from Canada. Mid-range quarterbacks that have a chance to push up into the top 10.
Mid-range QBs have a chance to push up. All right, so Jared Goff last year was, I think, QB 5 or 7 overall, and he's getting drafted in like the 10th to 13th round. Tons of weapons around him. Kirk Cousins, obviously, like these guys are the obvious ones, but truly, Jaden Daniels, man, all these guys that are going late.
I love him.
He's 6'4", he's got a cannon. He's a little bit wiry, but he's explosive. And Cliff Kingsbury in that pace. Look, I just talked about Kyler and what he did last year. Cliff Kingsbury had Kyler averaging 21 fantasy points a game with his legs. I think Jaden Daniels is twice the athlete that Kyler is. And I know maybe not overall athlete, but he's just way more explosive with the football in his hands, and you're going to be able to see that. I think they're going to run more plays than any team in the NFL, and it's Jaden Daniels. If he stays healthy, I want him. I said this before. If I miss out on all the top quarterbacks, I'm coming away with either Jared Goff and Jaden Daniels. So if you missed out those top guys, grab 2 so you could play the matchups. Don't be confident in one.
Okay.
And Richardson is a hard yes. Anthony Richardson's a hard yes for me.
Oh, definitely. Tom, what's up? What defensive kicker would you pick as a sleeper?
Packers defense, and I'm not just saying that as a homer. They have the new DC, Jeff Hafley. They're loaded with first-round talent. They have a fairly favorable schedule through and then towards the end of the season, they play in the cold. So it's to me, I think that this is the Packers' year where defense kind of shines through a little bit. And kicker, the Detroit Lions kicker, he was the UFL. You could pick him last. High-powered offense. He was like the MVP of the UFL, and they signed him over. So he's a new blood in the NFL, but he has had success kicking in games for other teams and just not in the NFL. And I think he's going to put up points this year. Yeah, he's a homer. Bro, I told everyone not to even draft Packer receivers. I'm definitely not a homer. I didn't even bring up Jordan Love once.
Well, he just did.
Fuck you.
Record will show you did bring him up.
Yeah, Carly, I'll hook you up. I'll do your draft. Absolutely. I fucking love drafting. So send me the link.
Will. That's a business for you. Draft for hire.
Yeah.
You add that to the resume. Carly, reach out to me and I'll set it up. Chris will definitely hook you up.
Nick Chubb or Jerome Ford? I think Jerome Ford. I like Nick Chubb. He's going to get the ball if they bring him back, but I don't know, man. He took a pay cut for a reason. I'm not drafting either one because I think that's going to be a mess. But if I get stuck with one or the other, I would go Jerome Ford. Give me the healthy player every time.
Nice. Gator coming in with a super chat. What's up, sir? Who's a stash player you like that won't start right away due to injury? And thank you for the super chat, sir.
Yeah, Jonathan Brooks all day. Dave Canales turned Rashad White into an absolute stud last year. He will lean on one back. He's proven that. Chuba Hubbard's presence scares me a little bit, but I think Jonathan Brooks, they drafted that guy to be the man there, and that's the one that I'm looking at stashing late for sure.
I like Benson in Arizona. Just because Connor's style, I think he'll always kind of miss a couple games here and there. And I think if Benson comes in and maybe gets that chance a couple games at late October, November, he might just explode. I like
Garrett Wilson over Waddle.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Not as much as people might think, though. Not as much as people might think.
All right. Gator, thank you for the super chat, sir, and all of your contributions and videos to the channel, brother. Knob Deep comes in with the addition of Judon, rate Atlanta's defense.
20th from like 23rd. They're still not a great defense. Their secondary has to show me more, truthfully. Until they could cover people, I'm not really do they still got AJ Terrell in Atlanta?
Oh, didn't they?
I don't know, but I just think that Atlanta's got a little bit of disarray working in their defense. You could expect to see some shootouts in Atlanta this year, so I'm in on their offense for sure.
Okay. Big fella coming in with the question. Mahomes, Allen, or Dak, which takes a step back this season?
I think Mahomes takes a step forward. I think Mahomes, they retooled in KC. I think that's going to be tough to deal with for sure. And I think Dak and Josh Allen both take a step back. I think the weapons in Buffalo are really depleted. You could say what you want about Keon Coleman. Yeah, he might be a nice player at a certain point, but he's not there yet. And I do like Kincaid, but he's not Travis Kelce, and he might never be. That's saying a lot, or that's not saying much because not many people will be. But as a tight end in his second year, being leaned on the way they're going to lean on him, I do think they have some underrated other receivers, but they don't have anybody that I think is going to, really scare defenses the way that you would need to. Josh Allen's going to be able to play hero ball. They're going to win some games, but I also think that their defense got worse. So I think that Buffalo is going to struggle to score points in certain games this year.
Okay.
For sure.
Oh, here's the other side of it. With the subtraction of Judon now, rate New England's defense. It's a tough read to a New England's defense because Belichick's not there, right? We know that you can always try to be Belichick, but it's everyone who's come from that tree on the defensive side, Patricia and others. Romeo Crennel's like the only one who's ever had success elsewhere,
I worry about the defense for New England only for the simple fact that I expect them to be on the field a ton. Like their offense isn't going to be that great. So I just don't – I'm going to avoid all teams that I think might only win 4 or 5 games on the defensive side of the ball in fantasy. New England might be arguably in the running for the number 1 pick. So that's not really a defense I want to be involved in.
All right.
What else we got? I saw a few more.
Carly, is this official? Me and Dalton Kincaid talked for a few weeks on a dating app, but nothing ever came of it.
I think Rashee Rice, it was announced today that he is not going to get suspended this season. So, he was kind of dropping a little bit, but he was another one that really did well last season down the stretch. I worry a little bit about him being able to repeat that because of the additions that they made with Marquise, Hollywood Brown, and Worthy. But, yeah, Rashee Rice is a good player. If he could get his head straightened out, which maybe he does already. But, yeah, I think just a lot of chances for Chiefs players this year. It's going to be tough to pick which one's going to do it week in, week out, outside of Pacheco and Mahomes. As far as the receivers go, they got a lot of similar guys.
Awesome. I'm going to ask you a question. Who are the Packers playing in the Super Bowl? I'm not even going to ask you who you think is coming out of the NFC. Who are the Packers playing in the Super Bowl, in your opinion?
The Colts.
Really? They are my sleeper team in the AFC, but I don't know if they can run that gauntlet. I like them. They are my sleeper team.
Like, you could ask me tomorrow. I might not stick with it, but I really like the Colts. I'm trying to show them a little bit of love. And, the AFC is just loaded right now. You could say the easy one and say it's going to be the Chiefs, but I'm not going to go that route. Unfortunately for you guys, I don't think that your offense has the depth. You got to make it move if you want to do something deep in the playoffs. Jet fans, I'm not going to pick the Jets, but the Jets are going to make a ton of noise this year, and that defense can win it for them, truthfully. I don't really want to play the Jets in the Super Bowl because that's like my absolute worst nightmare would be to lose the Super Bowl to Aaron Rodgers. That would actually fuck me up pretty bad, if I'm being honest.
We probably wouldn't be able to talk anymore.
No, we would be able to talk. I just wouldn't be able to.
I would be relentless. I would be relentless. It would take a while. It would take a random like me showing up at Chop and be like, "Hey, we got to hug this out."
Yeah, no, but I think that like you would know better. What are you going to rub it in? Then if you were to rub it in, then I would never. Then I'd be like, bro, we're never talking again, dude. Fucking done.
That's all it takes. All these years is going to take Rodgers. How about if it's Rodgers winning not against the Packers? Are you rooting for if the Jets make it and the Packers don't for some reason? Are you rooting for Rodgers to win another one?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
I respect that. All right. Awesome, man.
But I'm sorry I lost all credibility with you. Good thing I don't care. But the Colts, you'll see. Colts are going to surprise some teams this year. Watch. They have a lot of the pieces that you would think. Their offensive line could be the best in the league. I'm not pulling this out of left field. They do have some, I worry about their defense too, but we'll see. We'll see. Colts are going to win some football games this year.
Anthony Richardson learns how to slide. He could be what Lamar was when Lamar had his second year when he took over.
Yeah, but I know Richardson has a little bit of the injury bug for sure. But you see the size of that dude?
Yeah.
Like, he is a fucking tank, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I would not, if I still gambled, which I don't, if I had a bet on a sleeper MVP pick, I would pick Anthony Richardson and I would throw $50 down on Richardson. I don't know the odds. I don't know if he's up there on it.
He's not as high. He's not as low as you would think. His quarterbacks get love, and the Vegas is pretty smart.
Is he top 10?
Probably not.
Okay. So I think he could have a year.
He's probably in a group of about 20 guys that are the same. So it's like he's not in the top 10, but he's like right there, and then grouped in with a bunch of guys at the same odds.
Okay. All right. Awesome, man. Well, I know you said you had about an hour. I want to thank you for coming on.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me, talking a little bit of Jets football, fantasy football. Maybe we'll jump back on another time later on during the year. I'm down.
So you have an open invite, man. You ever want to come on and hang out? You let me know.
All right. Go Jets. Nah, go Pack, go, baby. No, I'll
Yes,
see
sir.
you guys. Thanks for having me. Make
Much
sure you
love,
go
buddy.
follow the Break Buds on YouTube and whatnot.
Yes, the link is still pinned. If you haven't already, go support Chris, and we'll talk soon, brother.
All right.
Are we locked in for our other draft? I asked in the chat. Is that day time locked in?
Yeah. I'll text you, but yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's fun. Like I said when I introduced them, there's people who do fantasy football, people who like fantasy football, and people who live fantasy football. Chris lives fantasy football. Awesome. Let me take that. I'll leave that up there for you guys for another minute or two. If you haven't already, go over, like he said, he does it on Whatnot, but you can get to that and all the information from their YouTube page. So go over there, throw them a subscription. If you like to do the card purchases, the helmets, the jerseys, the autograph stuff, you go in, you buy a team, they wrap, they break it, and if you hit, they'll ship it to you. Very, very good guy. I support him, and you should too. So go ahead. Let's get that on pin. So let's get back into the Jets. You guys got any questions? You guys got any comments? What are we thinking? Where are we at? We're at 968 with the subs. We're 32 away. We are 32 away. And we are 30 memberships away from this becoming the next emoji. We got some that are falling off this week. We are here. You want to see this as an emoji? We got to get...
Oh, do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man?
There it is. If you want to see me as the Muffin Man, we are 30 away. We are 30 away. Let's do this. You know what time we got? All right, we got a half hour. Let's take some Fast and Furious Jets calls. I just put the link in. If you got some Jets questions, no hangout, just Jets questions, pop on in. We'll do that. We'll do a little video on air, rapid fire. I do have to pee first. Let me shout out the great, the legendary, the epic Charles Gorman and me.
There's been a lot of you out there asking about who he be. Well, he's about to let you know.
He's Charles.
This rap is so hot, you'll play it on a loop. You'll never get the recipe for chicken noodle soup. Super a spider or even a bat. Got nothing on me or Bobby with his hat. Lady's gotta be a 10 if I'm gonna date her. Shout out to my homie, his name is Gator. I'm Charles.
To all you other guys trying to rap on Jake's show, got nothing on this guy and his flow.
He's Charles.
These bars be so hot, I'll get invited on Fountain. You know who won't? That hater, Alan. My comic book and movie takes are so hot and wild. Since my last verse, Johnny had another child. My YouTube is blowing up and becoming a star. My takes are fresh like the clothes on VR. I'm Charles.
Jets, Yankees, comics, hip-hop. Nobody compares when it comes to him.
He's Charles.
I see everyone on Jake's show trying to prop bars. I'm the only one jumping over cars. Blowski calls the show and he's always really loud. Shout out to Nick, you know he'd be proud. I don't like Zach or his family, they're Mormon. First name Charles, last name Gorman. I'm Charles, motherfucker.
You just witnessed the debut of a proud New York Jet fan and a Jake Asman production. Brought to you by the man, the myth, the legend himself.
I'm Charles.
Jake, I just sat down. The timing of it, perfect. It is absolutely perfect timing. Shout out to the writers, producer Gator, Charles, the talent. It is the perfect amount of time for an old man to get up, go pee, and come back. Perfect amount of timing. So I'm going to give an update. I'm going to give you guys an update. For those of you who watched Bobby's show the other night and were concerned about Tommy, I saw him in the chat earlier, and I respectfully asked him to get out. I'm going to be honest with it because I've involved myself in this and took on helping him. He got help that night. He went someplace. They couldn't facilitate him, which I was very pissed off about. I yelled at them. He called me from there, and they were like, we don't have a bed. I'm like, well, he's in a bed right now. Keep him. He just said his situation. Like, why would you let him go? They let him go. He said then the next day there was going to be assistance somewhere else. He decided not to go. I said to him yesterday, flat out, listen, I've gone above and beyond here to help you. I can't make you get help, dude. Go get yourself help. I'd appreciate if you don't reach out to me until you send me a picture of you walking into a facility to get assistance. And then when you get out, I will be here with open arms waiting for you. But I'm not going to be a part of enabling and acting like the other night didn't happen on Bobby's show. So I told him, I messaged him when I saw his comments in the chat earlier. I appreciate if you get out. You should be going to get help, not hanging out, acting like everything is fine from the other day. One day doesn't change your life. You got to put the work in. You got to do what's right for you. And you shouldn't be hanging out here in these shows. Go get yourself help. You scared a lot of people the other night. And a lot of people love you and worried about you. So the last thing you need to be doing is getting on YouTube shows right now. So that was for me. That's why he's not in the chat anymore. I said, I don't want you in my chat. I didn't want to ban him, but I asked him to just respect my wishes. I tried to help you. I went above and beyond to help you, dude. You should not be here. You should be in a facility, hand in the phone, get yourself right. No, Mo, this isn't Bobby. This is somebody else who was on Bobby's show. Sorry for the confusion. Sorry for the confusion, Mo. So, tough love is tough, man. Tough love's not easy. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to hear. But as someone who's over 17 months sober, I wouldn't be here where I am without getting tough love from people. People that I didn't want to hear from, people that I didn't want to deal with, people I didn't want to face and accept what they were saying. And then one day I did. And then my whole life has changed for the better. And I'm so grateful. I always quote Robert Downey Jr. Oprah asked him years ago how difficult it is at staying sober. He goes, it's not difficult staying sober. What's difficult is drawing that line that you finally had enough. It's making the decision that it's time to get sober. That's the difficulty. That's the relapses. That's the mental hell. Once you decide, I've had enough, that's when the success happens. So I wanted to get that off my chest. I didn't want to start the show off with that. I figured a lot of you who are in here now are aware of what happened, heard what happened, have asked what happened. And I thought you guys who witnessed that and have showed concern were owed that, because we all lived that together the other day. And it was a real moment. It wasn't an on-air gimmick or shtick. Shit got real. That's what happens in life. You know, you have fun. We laugh. You guys know nobody likes to laugh, make jokes, have fun more than I do, right? Like I'm the king of it. The shit got real the other night, and real conversations had to take place, and yeah. So I told him I'm not playing into this. I called Bobby and said, don't put him on air. Don't put him on air until I give you the green light that he's clear and he's fixed and he's better and he's improved. Because right now it's honestly, it's more than him. It's all of us caring about him. He brought us into that circle the other day. So he's got to do what's best for him. And then when he's better, we'll embrace him and we'll love him. Yeah, absolutely, Gator. Absolutely. So I don't fuck around with that stuff. I take being sober very seriously. If not, I'd be dead. So I take it seriously, and I look at it as my job to help the next guy. I was helped at one point, so now the baton has been passed to me to help others. But I'm not going to be a fool. I'm not going to have texts. I'm not going to have conversation with you like life is okay 48 hours after that happened. No, I don't need your support here in the YouTube chat, man. I need you to go support yourself more than anything. So that's why I didn't even put the comments up on air. So I wanted to get that off my chest. I needed, me as an addict, I needed to get that off my chest to feel better about the situation, and just to let you guys know where I'm coming from and why it is what it is. So say a prayer for him. If you talk to him privately, he messages you like, man, you need to finish the job. You admitted the other day you needed help. We're all here for you. We want you to get help, but you got to do the legwork. Sobriety and clean time just doesn't show up on your front porch like an Amazon package. You got to put the work in. You got to put the time in. You got to commit. And if you're sitting there, like I said to him the other day on air, your addiction tells you the next day, oh, everything's all right. We'll be okay. We'll be good today. Everything will be all right. You can have one beer. That's the addiction, man. Nobody kicks it in one day. Nobody can do that in one day. It takes time. It takes commitment. It takes changing who you are, who you hang with. You know, they tell you to change people, places, and things. You can't keep hanging with the same people. There's people I cut out of my life. There's people that I've been friends with since high school who I just texted buddies now, because whenever we hung out, it was a drinking party, or maybe it led to more than just drinking. No diddy, though. But it is what it is. I mean, you can't expect change by doing the same thing day after day. You break up with a girl, you stop talking to her. You don't keep that going on time and time again. It's part of breaking up with a relationship. You're breaking up with alcohol. You're breaking up with drugs. You don't keep going back around them. So, oh, very good plug. Very good plug, Jets Worldwide. Nicely done. So, I wish him the best. And I'm not saying anything to you guys that I wouldn't say to him. And I had to get that off. I had to get that out. Aw. Thank you, Carly. Very kind of you. I try. I wish I would have done it at an earlier age instead of wait until 44. But I appreciate you saying that. Best thing I can do is help people. That's what we do. So, to quote Bonesy, Malachi Corley, huh? Malachi Corley. I wish I would have asked Chris about Malachi Corley. I wish I would have. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I thought that would be fun, something different to do. It's fantasy football season. We're all getting ready for our drafts. We're doing our mocks. And we have the debates in our head, right? Some of us might read articles. Some of us might just do the mock. And maybe you're thinking about somebody. And it's good to hear the voice of somebody else to either solidify or counter what you've been thinking about a player. So I thought it'd be great. As you guys know, Chris comes in. He studies the metrics. He studies the analytics. He studies the share volume rate. He studies the coaches' tendencies and what they've done in previous places. So I don't know why nobody is the link in. I pinned the link, right? You might have to refresh if I remove the other link. If you get out of the stream for a second, maybe, or refresh it and come back in, you might have the link there, but nobody's popped in yet. I'm surprised. Maybe you guys get turned off when I say Jets questions. You're a good man, Nick, even if sometimes Bobby thinks you are crap of crap. You know what? Today's a good day because I actually got introduced on Bobby's show. He goes, "Oh, proud fan NYJ." Of course, he didn't say it the right way, but I got an introduction. That's all I've been asking for. So, oh, here's a good question. Should Carly auto pick her fantasy drafts? Carly, I'll help you. Let me know when it is. I'll help you out. I love doing that stuff. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yep. What's the team name? My team name is way too important to me to even consider the auto draft. So what's the team name? You can't say that. Very well done. Because she said, my team name is, so the team name is way too important to me to even consider the auto draft. Well done. Oh, you do the team name based off of a player that you draft with a catchy. I got you. I got you. I don't want to get stuck with a team of people without good names. Oh, there you go. That's party planning 101 right there. That's why you're the best when it comes to party planning. You need the right name in order to make the team name work. I get it. Nick makes my insides hurt from laughing, you sick fucks. What'd I do? There we go. Woody Micro Johnson says, every name is a pun waiting to happen. Woody, thank you for being here. Speaking of price. Oh, look at this. Always be selling. Speaking of parties, who's excited for Saturday? You like that, Carly? Is that a good little head tilt? I'll do it again. Speaking of parties, who's ready for Saturday? Who's excited for Saturday? I fucked it up. Damn it. I should have just stuck with the first time. Oftentimes. Nice. Makes it very difficult to take a crap of crap. Excuse me. How about that? Let's do that then. It's a fantasy topic tonight. On the first episode of First Class Flight with Nick Shine. First Class Flights. Oh, man. Boop, 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 boop. Edit that. There we go. First Class Flights. All right, let's get some good fantasy team. I'll tell you, for years, my name was Show Me Your TDs. Show me your TDs. And then the last 2 years, it's been Zach the MILF Slayer. Let's see some fantasy football names. Jake, this is a nice fantasy team name. I miss my Charles emoji. Wait, why is... You mean on my channel? What happened? There's no more Charles emoji on your channel? I need an update here. Thank you. I do. New Jet shirt just got here today. New Jet shirt. I wanted to... Dude. Nike shirt, half price. Nike shirt, half price. Fanatics. Charles Gorman's mother's chicken soup. Very good. Very good. You know why? Because it always delivers. Oh. Well. Oh, all right. I'm sorry. I'm thinking bigger picture here. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have to get Jake a membership. We are 30 away from me being the Muffin Man. Who wants to gift Jake a membership? Jake gifted one earlier. I think we got to pay it forward. Who wants? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little off. Let's get Jake a membership. Oh man. There you go. Oh, all right. I see it. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm frustrated too because for those of you that don't know, I took over coaching a 13U Pop Warner football team. The roster says they're 20. I got 13 kids at practice. I got 2 kids with injuries, and I got 5 kids who haven't showed the last 2 days. One is a set of twins. You need 16 kids to have a game. I can't even do stuff at practice because I don't have enough. Very aggravated. Very aggravated right now. Mo Dean, thank you. I appreciate you, sir. But unfortunately, it did not go to Jake. It went to Georgie. Georgie, welcome back. Shout out to you, Mo Dean. I appreciate your support. You are a troll come to life, but you do support the channel, and I appreciate that, sir. No way. Is this who I think it is? Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. Who is this?
Me,
it's the return of Denmark Andy. Yeah. No way.
Oh,
yes.
Do you know me?
Hey, no sniffy this time. You understand?
How the fuck do you know me? Like, I know I've been.
You've been on with me before. Guys, okay. Denmark Andy's back in the house. Denmark Andy is here. No way.
That's crazy. I've been looking for somebody for 5 minutes. Everybody kicks me like, bro, like,
holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I must be doing something crazy last time. I got a girlfriend.
Yes. I'm gonna shout out to Modine very quickly for gifting another membership that went to Rob V. For those of you that don't know of the legend of Denmark Andy is a random internet YouTube guy from Denmark, and he searches the internet looking for people who have StreamYard links up.
Yeah,
he popped on a couple months ago. Hold on, Andy. Let me bring everyone up to speed. We have been missing you, but you got to be good, okay?
Yes.
Denmark Andy was hanging out one night. His girlfriend was away. We were talking to him, and all of a sudden, he took a trip to Tootsville, dipping down off camera, and I had to get rid of him. Okay. And I have been asked. Ned, you're not partying tonight, are you?
I don't want to answer. Like,
don't show me anything. Don't show me anything.
No. I get it. I was on an app where you get friends in Denmark, and I meet like a random guy or chat with somebody in the middle of the night, and I go to his place, and he kicked me out because
I can't believe this is happening.
It's fucked up, but no, I'm good, bro. I'm good. You know, like
how's your girlfriend? Are you guys still together? Update us on the world of Denmark Andy.
3 days ago, she come home. We just moved together in a whole new city 2 weeks ago, and she come home 3 days ago. She says she don't love me anymore. She wanna leave and everything. Well, I'm like down. Like I've been crying 3 days, doing shit 3 days. I haven't been sleeping. I just slept yesterday, but like also haven't been sleeping that last 3 days. But nah, I'm okay. But now I'm okay. But like,
well, that's why God brought you back to me tonight, right? That's why you're here with me, Andy. I'm gonna help you get through this. All right?
Yes. Absolutely. Like it's good, bro.
No,
Like
no
you got people
skiing
to talk
tonight.
to.
Okay,
Nah, boy.
can't do that stuff. That's gonna
No.
ruin relationships.
Okay. No, I respect that, man. I'm not gonna do drugs on your
All right,
stream. This is you, bro. Absolutely. And I smoke weed.
all right. You can smoke weed. Smoking weed's okay, but nothing
I
else.
love weed. I no lighter.
All right.
All 3 lighters doesn't work. Fucking shit. But
I
how
get
are you
nervous.
doing, man? You good?
I'm good. You have become a
Okay.
legend in my community. People will
I don't understand
randomly,
how.
because that night was just so strange, and I love the fact that you're back for round 2. This is
Yeah. I'm
this is
always
fun.
back.
A
Just
lot of
wait,
people
like,
know of you. A lot
yeah.
of people know the story. A lot of people have heard about that night. It became a little
Good
bit of
shit.
a Jets fan lore of people asking about Denmark Andy. And when I saw
Good
your
shit.
face pop up on the bottom, I'm like, no fucking way.
Good shit, man. Like, you know, my YouTube is
Oh, wait a minute. I know you're YouTube. I
oh
follow
yeah,
your
I follow.
YouTube. We were supposed to connect.
Yeah, it's Denmark Andy on YouTube. You know, I stream
Uh,
myself and shit.
Real quick, shout out
I
to the
can go in
Yankees.
the chat,
Shout out to the
but this is
Yankees who
not
were
my
down
channel.
2-1 in the 7th and threw up a big niner. The 3 in the 7th and 6 in the 8th to make it 10-2, and Judge for his 300th home run.
It's not
Ladies and
like
gentlemen, this
No,
is Denmark
no,
Andy on YouTube. Denmark
yes,
Andy, the return.
yeah. Like no cap, yeah, no cap. Like I
No
don't do
cap.
it anymore. I haven't
I,
been streaming
I
in a
have a
long
cap.
time.
You don't
Yeah.
have a cap.
I'm
Ladies
not
and
saying like
gentlemen,
young people. No.
you've asked about him. Guys like Johnny and others have been asking, why the fuck aren't
That's
you in here
crazy.
right now? This is better than
Shout out,
coffee.
Johnny.
I am ecstatic that this is happening right now. Welcome back, Denmark Andy
I'm so happy to
2.0.
hear, man. Like, yeah, very good. I never expected this shit. Like, I never haven't expected like these random fans. I had fans, but like nothing that I didn't know of. You know, like that. Like on your show, I really enjoyed that, and I know that's some good fans you have. Then if they enjoy
Jake,
me,
some things you
or
got to keep for
something like
yourself.
that.
I don't know if Bobby
Yeah.
could handle Denmark Andy. All right, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck it, because it'll be so much fun when it does happen. You have your YouTube open. I need you to search the name Bobby,
Okay.
or just write it down,
Yeah,
because I don't know if you're gonna leave when you open it up. You might get off of
yeah,
this
that's
page.
the thing. What do you say he's called? Like, let me see this here. Let's see. Bobby,
Here,
what?
here's what I'll do.
Can you put it in the chat? I'll copy paste
I'm
and I'll
putting
do
it in the
after.
private chat, and then you can screenshot it and then look it up later.
Yeah. I'll just copy and do it after. Yeah. I'll subscribe him. Yeah.
There you go. I cannot wait. Well, he might not put you on air, so you got to change your name. Instead of Jeff Will Bet, you got to put on Denmark
But he's
Andy,
live now.
and I'll tell Bobby that
Is
you're
he live
coming.
now? Yeah. But is he live now?
He's not live now, but Bobby is a
Okay.
very interesting, awesome human being, and he does live streams, and it's like a hangout Zoom party, and people come on, and I think you would have a lot of fun there.
Yeah, for sure. But like,
If you get on
right
air,
now,
I'll let him know about your
I'll,
name.
yeah. I'll subscribe
This is
him.
so good. Where is everybody right now? Why aren't you guys clicking on the link? Awesome. So what's good, man? I know you were doing work. You were traveling around. We were getting into your whole story, and then you were like full speed ahead down the slopes, and then we had to get rid of you.
I don't remember. Right now, I'm still
I remember. It's one of the greatest nights of my life.
Young
I
man.
remember where I was
young
when
man.
my kids were born and when I met you.
Yeah. But like, I don't remember. Like, yeah, nothing really new. I'm just trying to get a little bit smarter with my life and my addiction, but it's not.
Yep.
Like, it's getting harder. Yeah.
If I'm correct, it's
I
4:55
have
in the
a plan
morning.
for tomorrow. It's 4:55.
It's 4:55
yes,
in the morning. It is tomorrow there.
Yes.
What kind of plans do you have for tomorrow?
Listen, I was on an app where you meet, like, network and make new friends. And I go in this app and I find, or I ask 10 people what they're doing. And one of them, like a nerd, He was fucking gay. He invited me. I go to his place in 1 in the morning. I was so speeded out and drunk, and he kicked me out like after 10 minutes because I was on speed. But listen, he texted me after, and we were talking a little bit before I go. And he's gonna help me. He's gonna come over to my place tomorrow, 12 o'clock, and we're gonna call my doctor and get some help. Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Fucking, yeah, no, it's really good, bro. And yeah, this is maybe a chance where I can go and seek help. You know, it's hard to seek it yourself, and yeah, I don't really know what to do right now. But with a random guy, maybe that can help a little bit. And you're also part of it, all of you guys, of course. But,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
stay away from all that crap.
Babylonian.
Real quick,
but
I tried
it's
to
again,
gift the
it's
membership.
yeah.
Well, hold on, Andy. Hold on 1 second. I tried to gift the membership, and it went to Rich. So I'm in on it as well. We're trying to get Jake his Bobby emoji back. But Andy, I need you to stay away from all the bad stuff, all right?
Well, that's easy to say, you know, like you being in the bad side too, or sitting and being addicted to the internet instead of
Dude,
making
I'm
a family, you
17
know what I
months
mean?
sober, bro. I just talked about it a few minutes ago. I'm 17
Congrats,
months
bro.
sober, man.
Congrats.
I've been there. I've been in the
Congrats.
depths of hell, brother.
Fucking congrats, man.
It's
I
possible. If I
feel
could do it, anyone can do it.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. And I don't say
Well, let me
I'm
ask you
addicted to a
something.
lot of things, but
Have you
yeah,
subscribed to my
I do.
channel yet? Are you just randomly finding my show, or you like
Yeah,
subscribe
yeah,
to the channel?
yeah. I tried fucking. I didn't even subscribe. Look, I'm gonna subscribe you right now if you leave.
Yeah,
I
hello.
can do
We're
it.
like best friends around the world.
Okay, one thing.
Bobby has Sarah in Australia, and I have Denmark Andy.
Oh, I am subscribed. What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I was
All right.
subscribed already, but I never see you live then. I don't know why.
All right. Well,
I
get
wish
the membership. Try to get Jake a membership. Try to gift the membership and see if you can get Jake in here. We're trying to get this guy Jake.
I just lost $500 to. I gambled
You
so
bought
much.
$500. Well, I wouldn't call it losing if you're purchasing bad stuff. I would say I wasted.
Always win in love. Always win in love. You're always gonna lose in gambling. You know, you're gonna win when you stop that shit. But
Who
now
would have
I'm
thought
fucking
Modine and I united?
so much a day. $30 every day I lose.
Are you actually Modine? Because the last time I saw you, Modine was here. Coincidence, Modine's back.
I know
And
Modine,
you got a new YouTube name too.
I don't know
Jeff.
if that's him. Is that you, Modine? What's up, brother? I know Modine, but I don't think that's him.
No, you know Modine?
I talked to him. Yeah,
Yeah,
I talked to him
Modine
a few
is
times.
he's
That was before
internationally
he was
known.
famous. Yeah,
He's
that was before he was
internationally
famous.
known.
I know him. I'm on IP2, brother. I'm pretty big on YouTube. Or I was.
Oh yeah, I just
manage
peed too.
everything.
I just peed too a few minutes ago. I need this on a shirt immediately. I know Modine.
I don't have a shirt.
No. I need this statement on a shirt. What you just said. I know Modine. I'm going to tell you something. I am petrified of you dipping down the slopes again, full speed ahead. So I'm like hovering with my finger over the remove you from the stream button. I need you to be good for me, all right? We're friends. You can't burn a friend.
The weed
you smoke.
No, I'm not gonna. I have dogs just down there, but I'm not even gonna try to do it on your stream. No, it's good, bro.
Guys, do we have any questions for Denmark Andy? Oh, here we go. Do you want to come to T Squared on Saturday?
What is this?
It's in New York City. Can you get to New York City by Saturday?
Yeah, I listen, I'm thinking about like my girlfriend just leave me and my apartment is gonna be lost.
Your girlfriend?
She's on the
Oh man.
contract.
Well,
So
I
I'm
have
thinking
a treat
about like packing a
I have a treat for you right
pack
now.
Yes,
All right.
What's up?
I'm gonna bring on somebody who is a killer with the ladies. And if you need advice on how to get through a breakup or how to get to the next lady, ladies and gentlemen of the Proud New York Jet Fan channel, buckle the fuck up. Shit's about to get even wilder right now. I'm going to bring in the lady killer himself, Mr. Charles Gorman, to give dating advice to Denmark Andy.
Oh, you're Denmark Andy? For some reason, I thought you were lane trained. My apologies.
That's Denmark Andy, Charles.
Nice to meet you, Denmark Andy. How are you?
What's up? You look like gay.
I look like what?
Gay.
I look like
You want
gay?
Like Gabe, G-A-B-E.
Oh, I thought you
I
said
was
gay.
just
I'm sorry.
I just go to a place. You look as nerdy as you, and nerds they normally gay. They don't get pussy, so they have to suck dick in the end. You know.
Oh, hey, all right, goodbye.
Was I being mean to the guy?
No, he's just party animal.
Did you watch the home run?
I did not watch the home run. I'm sorry, Charles. He played so nice with me.
Aaron Judge just became the fastest player to hit 300 home runs. And he did it on a 3-0 pitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to be in Gator's office right now. yeah. I'm sorry, Charles. I thought he was going to play nice.
It's okay, man. How are you doing, my friend? How'd it go with your situation the other day?
Good. I'm good. Come on, Denmark Andy. Play nice. We got along so well. Now you're going to ruin it, and I can never have you back on.
What did he say?
He didn't like the Olympics. Denmark didn't have a good showing.
Oh, because of the whole make fun of the Last Supper thing? Or because USA won?
Oh, no. I hit the wrong person. Son of a bitch. How do I bring that back? I accidentally hit Bonesy instead of... Oh, man. Jake, help me out. How do I get Bonesy back in here? Where's Bobby when I need him? I've never had a...
Did you ban Bonesy by accident?
The chat moved. Oh, man. How do I unban Bonesy? Somebody help me immediately.
Go to your channel.
And I've never had to ban anyone and unban them. What do I do?
Go to YouTube Studio. Click your icon in your account. Click YouTube Studio.
Hold on. YouTube Studio.
Click click settings.
Hold on. YouTube. You've done this before, huh?
Click permissions.
Wait. I got to get there. YouTube Studio. Okay. Hold on. I'm at YouTube Studio.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Click channel. Hold on one second. No, fuck. Click community.
All right.
Click on community.
Go back. What's before community?
Permissions. Forget permissions. Click on community.
All right. I'm there. I don't have community. I have content, analytics, comments, subtitles, copyright.
Click settings.
All right. That's
Click
what
settings.
I missed. All right. My computer is slow. Community. All right, there we go.
Now, when you get to the settings screen, click community.
Okay.
Now, where it says hidden users, click the X button.
Got it.
Click to unban them.
I'm looking. He's not there, though. He's not there. Let me refresh it because I was in there already. Damn it. Oh, man. No, you can't come back on after that. All right, there's too much going on here right now.
Keep scrolling.
How you doing, Charles? Tell me about the Yankees.
They just hit 9 runs, and then they just scored 9 runs in 2 innings. The kid Hill pitched a decent. Warren pitched a decent game. Judge hit his 300th career home run in a 3-0 pitch, and then Austin Walls hit another home run after him.
What the fuck is that? Yeah, but Bonesy's name's not there yet. Maybe the stream has to end.
You know where hidden users are?
Yeah, I'm looking at them. There's other people who've popped in here. I mean, I see the name of the guy that I just banned, but I don't see Bonesy's name in there.
Maybe you X'd him out by accident. Hold on.
Son of a bitch. Things were going so well.
It's all right, man. Shit happens.
Very, very good point. Look at this. Now I got the family all angry with me.
Joe Bonesy. Who's Joe Bonesy?
Take a guess.
Oh, Mr. Bonesy himself?
The brother.
The brother? Oh. Hello, Joe Bonesy.
He's sending the whole family after me. Let's see here. Let's close this. All right. Damn it. Stupid fat fucking fingers. Not having a mouse. Like there's people I blocked and I see other people that I've blocked. I just don't see him. God damn it.
Hey, Carly. Well, she has a 12-month-old?
I'm sorry, Charles?
I looked under Carly. She said, I have a 12-month-old to watch for 9 hours tomorrow. I need my sleep. Is she babysitting?
I
just babysit. Okay, I'm sorry, Carly. I wasn't insinuating anything.
Hey, Jake, if you're still watching, if I ban someone through StreamYard, is there a place to unban them in StreamYard, or does it directly go to YouTube Studio? I will take a phone call right now, Jake, if you could help me. How do I unban? I clicked ban user and delete their comments. I went to go put the other guy in timeout. All right, I have to go to YouTube Studio. All right. So Charles is telling me the right place, but for some reason, Bonesy's name's not there yet. I'm seeing everyone else's.
He said Bonesy is back, he said.
Bonesy's back? Where's Bonesy? Is he here? Charles, did you do it? Did you save the world?
I have no idea. Wow,
superhero Charles Gorman. You know what that deserves, Charles? Do you know what that deserves right now?
What?
Well, number one, we deserve a Bonesy call-in, so I can apologize to him. Number two,
look at that son of a bitch. Get him a Kuski fucking said. He said, I don't agree with Denmark Andy. Charles only looks a little gay.
Why are you cursing at people on my stream? I just removed someone.
Cursed.
Yeah, but I don't curse at people. There's a difference. I removed somebody because they said something offensive to you. I can't now allow you to be offensive to other people because I'll have to block Bonesy again.
No, don't worry about it. Look, Gator, I love you, but seriously.
Oh, man, Bonesy, I felt so bad, dude. I felt so bad. Like, I couldn't even fucking function. I couldn't speak. I couldn't put a thought together. Ladies and gentlemen, the chaos that comes in when Denmark Andy arrives. For those of you that missed it the first time around and may have heard of the lore, I don't know what happened.
Well, what happened with you and Jet Chaos? You guys no longer friends?
We're friends. We just talked today for like a half an hour on the phone.
Oh, but I'm talking about you guys don't do a show here anymore? That's what I meant.
He's in school right now, so our schedules don't align.
That's cool.
But we'll do it as games start getting played. He'll make time.
Speaking of games, I just played these past couple of days Madden 25.
Same as the last 15 Maddens, not much different.
Actually, there is different.
Oh, go on. Breaking news. Breaking news.
You get different announcers each game.
Oh yeah.
You still get the same fucking, excuse my language, hip hop rap shit you do the past several Maddens, which I wish they brought back some rock and roll. Which, you know, that's just me personally. To go along with the hip hop rap stuff. To please everybody, you know, but it is what it is. The graphics are pretty good, the character designs are pretty decent. I said you get different announcers. You know, the last when I played the Patriots, I had Mike Tirico and Greg Olson as my commentators.
All right. Have you?
I like Mike Tirico.
Have you streamed the game on YouTube?
I did a couple of streams today. I just ended my stream not too long ago. I'm not necessarily Woody Micro Johnson wants to know why am I crapping all over hip hop. I'm not necessarily hitting on hip hop. It's just the fact that
you're a hip hop star, Charles. You got to embrace your genre. Do we have to remind you who you be?
I know I did a rap.
There's a lot of you out there asking about who he be. Well, he's about to let you know.
He's Charles.
This rap is so hot, you'll play it on a loop. You'll never get the recipe for chicken noodle soup. Super a spider or even a bat. Got nothing on me or Bobby with his hat. Lady's gotta be a 10 if I'm gonna date her. Shout out to my homie, his name is Gator. I'm Charles.
To all you other guys trying to rap on Jake's show, got nothing on this guy and his flow.
He's Charles.
These bars be so hot, I'll get invited on Fountain. You know who
I'm not peeing.
That hater, Alan. My comic book and movie takes are so hot and wild. Since my last verse, Johnny had another child. My YouTube is blowing up and becoming a star. Like takes are fresh like the clothes on VR. I'm Charles.
Jets, Yankees, comics, hip hop. Nobody compares when it comes to him.
He's Charles.
I see everyone on Jake's show trying to prop bars. I'm the only one jumping over cars. Lowski calls the show and he's always really loud. Shout out to Nick, you know he'd be proud. I don't like Zach or his family, they're Mormon. First name Charles, last name Gorman. I'm Charles, motherfucker.
You just witnessed the debut of a proud New York Jet fan and a Jake Asman production. Brought to you by the man, the myth, the legend himself.
I'm Charles.
And look at that. He's got groupies knocking on his front door right now. I like this. Charles trying to make peace. We could have breaking news here tonight. Gator, do you accept Charles's offer of letting bygones be gones? Let bygones.
Jake was asking if I'm taking a deuce. No. I'm actually just got a bottle of water. Cheers, everybody.
I'll drink some water with you, buddy. Cheers.
Oh.
Any truth that we could get a live performance right now with me and you doing I'm Charles live on the air for the first time?
No, I'm not. It's sorry, buddy. It's a one-time thing for me.
How many ladies have you said that to, Charles, throughout the years? You know what I'm talking about.
Not too many. In fact, none at all. I've only had one girlfriend. That's a true story. We did it on and off for about a couple of years. And then I had to break it up because it was causing so much BS with my family. A lot of drama, a lot of BS, a lot of domineering from the mother. Now, Nabdi wants to know, tell us about Kamala Harris. Fuck that bitch.
Stop. Hey. Don't ever talk that nicely about her. All right. Gator says he'll bury the bygones be gone if you pay for the skull armor that he's ordered from the World War II Museum in Bayonne, New Jersey, to protect his skull from cracking open. You did wish bad things upon him.
Because he was wishing bad things in other players. That's not who I am.
But he ordered the helmet. He ordered the helmet. If you ordered
How much does the skull armor cost? $1,000?
Yes. You can send it to me and I'll send it to him.
Is he being serious, Gator?
I have never known Gator to make a joke the entire time that I've been associating with him and now friends with him. So, I mean, why would he joke now? Like, yeah, Jake asked a great question. Who you be, Charles? Are you going to be the Charles that wishes guys to get their skulls cracked open and don't send them money for the helmet?
Person. But he was wishing bad things.
Getting me upset.
No, Gator.
World War II helmets are expensive.
Great. Now he's gonna.
All right, he got it at a discount. He got it at $666.
I don't have that much money on me.
How long would it take you to get it together? Could we sell?
I spent all my money on a helmet. I get paid once a month.
What
on
if we
SSI?
sold the PlayStation and the Madden? What could we get?
I
get like 400, right? I'll give you 400 right now for the PlayStation with Madden on it.
I'm not giving. I'm not selling my. Oh God.
All right. I'll give you 401.
I'm not selling my systems. I'm keeping them.
All right. How about your computer? I'll give you $400 for a worn, autographed Charles Gorman tank top.
I'll pass. But why is Gator actually going to buy a... I'm not... I don't want his skull crest. I was just making a point. I don't want to wish harm on Gator. It's a...
Right,
it's
Bonesy, I just saw your text.
I don't wish harm.
Charles, that's you with Gator's skull.
Okay, this is where Gator's just messing with my head. Gator, I'm sorry.
You're messing with his head. There's a picture of his head.
Yeah, but that's not actually me. I don't know where Gator lives.
He's in a cemetery now.
So Gator's dead.
So just for the record, you're turning down $401 for one Hanes Target wife beater autographed. And all right, we're at 501.
Call the cops then. Call the cops if you think I killed Gator.
We're at 501. Tom Ace says he wants it. He texted me. He's in for 100 on it. It's got to be game worn, unwashed autograph. Would you do that for the people?
No, I didn't attack Gator.
No, it's not about attacking Gator. We're past that. I want to see now how much it would take. What if we set up a signing booth with wife beaters? How many? And you just, you know how like celebrities, athletes will sign memorabilia? What if we set up a signing booth and you just signed wife beaters? Like, how many do you think we could sell?
Now Jake says he's actually calling the police.
Oh, no, don't worry about Jake. Jake's in New York. They don't do anything about crime in New York. It's fine. They don't prosecute anyone for crime in New York. It's the safest place to commit a crime. So just say it happened in New York and you're safe. You'll be back on the streets before the end of the stream.
I didn't attack Gator, though. That's just the thing he created.
Gator's not very creative.
Gator, I'm sorry. I was trying to make a point to you.
Hold on, Charles. Wait, very important. I need you to not look at the chat. I need you to look at the camera and speak as if Gator is here right now and apologize to him from the heart.
Gator, listen, I was just making a point. I know you were messing around, but I was actually being serious.
Keep going. Make him feel it.
I know you were messing with me, but I was actually trying to have a serious conversation.
Any truth to the new name?
I'm not a Gator hitman, no. Gator, I am not a hateful or harmful person. Even though
Charles, do you think when Denmark Andy came on before, he thought you were Gator and was just saying the first part of Gator's name and didn't know the full name of Gator?
No. I don't know what the hell he was
I
trying to
should
do.
have just said "tur" every time he said "gay." I should have went "gay tur, gay tur." It's my fault. I fucked up. I'm horrible.
I'm not a harmful person, Gator.
All right. I think we agree with that.
I mean, I do have a bad temper, which it's Irish.
So there's a chance, there's a chance you could go a little bit off the deep end. How about Gator's poor wife? Do you know how hard it is for her to sleep next to someone wearing a World War II helmet to bed every night now that he paid $666 for? He's probably going to end up on the couch at some point.
Gator, come on to the show and really talk to me.
That sounded heartfelt. That sounded heartfelt. I mean, if Gator is alive, he would show up right now and talk.
Gator, I know you're still alive. I know you're trying to be funny. But seriously, Gator, I was just making a point.
All right.
Just come to the show, man. Just come on to Nick's show.
Yeah, man. I tell you what. Let's see what the YouTube gods have in store for us.
Yankees won 10-2.
I'll try to change the subject. I know your tricks. We're having a serious
No,
moment
it's true.
here.
The Yankees won.
I don't deny these facts.
I was just checking.
What the hell was that?
Hold on, I'm getting something on. That was my Skype.
Yeah, this is a line from your rap song. Shout out to my homie. His name is Gator. The next line is not, I'm going to crack his skull later. Like, what are we doing here?
Interesting. Okay.
What team did you play in Madden?
I played the Jets.
You played as the Jets?
Yes.
How's Rodgers look?
16 touchdowns to 6 interceptions in 4 games.
6 interceptions? That's bad. You got to step your game up. That's too many. He throws like one a quarter.
Well, I threw 4 against the 49ers, and they were all shitty passes.
Charles, 4 against the 49ers. We can't have that type of negativity here, Charles. We got a game coming up against the Niners.
Yeah, and I lost 53-48 in regulation. I gave up a kick return for a touchdown. And as soon as I was about to score, Morgan Moses gets called for holding.
Wait a minute. You play Madden and you don't turn the penalties off? I thought you'd be a penalties off guy.
No, I keep them on. I keep the injuries on. I keep the penalties on. Oh, great. Now he's good. Look what Gueci as well. Nick nailed the Chuck for song remake. I'll get to
I
work.
was trying to delete the comment before you saw it. Ladies and gentlemen, the remix is about to drop. How about, Gator. Ladies and gentlemen, the proud NYJ fan head just started spinning. Gator, don't even worry about the remix. I heard that Charles is going to drop a Gator diss track.
What?
I need you to come over this weekend. I'm going to write part 2, and we're going to drop a Gator diss track where we just make fun of Gator the entire song. If I wrote you a rap, and I know
this weekend, I won't be able to make it.
How about tonight?
No, not tonight. I'm gonna get ready for bed. I'm about to.
I'll come to your house tonight, and we'll go over to Menlo Park Mall, and we'll shoot it like under the lights in the parking lot of like an empty mall parking lot.
It's 11:45 p.m.
White Castle's open late. It's right across the street too. We can eat. We can hang out. We can
No,
get
don't
milkshakes
worry about
inside.
it, dude. You get some sleep. I need some sleep. I need to do something.
Charles, now you're making me pout.
Gator, I'm sorry. When is Gator ever going to accept my apology? It's like he really... I don't know what to do with Gator.
I don't think nobody does. You're not alone.
I'll tell you what, Gator. As a token of my appreciation, I'll lube you up.
What the fuck? Freaky down, freaky down, freaky down.
I'll lube you up so that way, when someone tries to crack your skull, you just go soup. You just slip and slide everywhere.
Charles, are you on drugs?
I'm just being goofy.
All right.
Sarah, how are you doing, beautiful?
Whoa.
Shit, mess is asking if I'm gay.
Wait. Go ahead. Say hello to Sarah in Australia. Say what's up, girl.
Hi, Sarah. What's up, girl?
No, you got to say it like you got to use like the deep voice. Like you got here. Listen. Here's how I would talk to Sarah if I was you. Hey, what's up, girl? I know it's half a world away, but the internet and the YouTube has brought me and you together. Charles, can you just move your mouth a little bit to make it look like it's you talking as I do this, please? Can you just sit up?
I can't because I'm dying hysterical laughing.
All right, that's fine. Hold on. Just do this. I got the rest.
I know how to do it.
Just do that, please. Hey, Sarah, what's up, girl? I know you might be in Australia, but the internet's brought us together, and I feel a magnetic force pulling us together. And if we were ever to meet, I don't know if they'd ever be able to pry us apart. I know you got beautiful, long, blonde, succulent-looking hair. But, girl, when I get a hold of you, I'm going to turn my freaky all the way up. I'm going to pull that hair out and make you shout. And by the time I'm done, you're going to remember the name. Charles motherfucking Gorman, Gator Hitman. Hi, Sarah. Charles, that was freaky. That was wild.
Just wants to know if I'm gay. I'm not gay.
Whoa. Is he trying to like you? This is not Grindr, mess. You've gone to the wrong app. You've gone to the wrong app. I'm going to try, Jake. I'm going to try one more time. I need everyone else. We got to get Jake a membership. He needs the Charles Gorman emoji right now. If you are not a member right now, how are you not becoming a member to use the Charles Gorman emoji after he just turned his freaky all the way up? Joe the Jet G, welcome, but not Jake. What is that?
That was my father. I'm sorry.
Oh, they're back? How was their trip?
It's great. They went to Cape May.
Look at that. Sarah just fell for you. Mess. Just gifted a membership and it went to Jeremy. Jeremy, welcome. Mess. Thank you. I appreciate you, good sir. Charles, do you any fear of Bobby coming and cracking your skull now that you flirted with Sarah?
A little bit.
That's very. I would be a lot. I would definitely be a lot right now. I would be very, very concerned. I would make sure the windows are bolted and the refrigerator has some chains and master locks around it.
I know Bobby likes her.
I mean, I like football. Bobby loves Sarah.
She's still married, right, Sarah?
She's not married. She's not married. Does that? Oh, hold on. Do you have anything else? All right. Charles, do you have another message for Sarah after finding out that she's single?
Oh, wait. I think she's divorced, I think.
Doesn't matter. She's single. The history doesn't matter, Charles. Just the future. Here you go. Charles, give Sarah. Sarah, I hope you're listening right now. Charles, speak to Sarah again. Hey, girl. I just want to let you know that if you're available, I'm available. I'll come out to Australia. I'll fly back to America with you, bring you to the top of Mount Rushmore, We'll join the Mile High Club. I'll let you wear my Superman cape, and only my Superman cape. I just want to let you know, girl. You might be my kryptonite, but it's worth me getting weak just to hold you. Look at that fucking shit, Charles. Where else can you? That's a fucking Hallmark card I just wrote. That's a goddamn Hallmark card.
Sarah, if you're listening.
She's listening. Don't read the chat. Use your brain. Go ahead. You got this.
Sarah, if you're listening, how old is your son?
5. Next question. Oh, you want me to be Sarah? You want to talk to me like I'm Sarah?
No.
We get Jacob membership. I will be Sarah. We get Jacob membership. I will do an interview with Charles as Sarah.
Sarah said he's 4.
Sorry. Well, the exchange rate, Charles. He'd be 5 in America. He's 4 in Australia. They don't do years like we do here.
That's interesting.
It is. Australia's a strange place. They do half hours for daylight savings, and they don't celebrate. They celebrate birthdays every 12 months and every 14 months instead of 12, like we do. So it's a little off.
Gator says I'm a gay skull crusher, which is not true. I am not. Why does everyone think I'm gay?
But wait, you don't deny the skull crusher part?
I didn't.
You denied that part, but not the skull crusher part. No one thinks you're gay. No one thinks you. It's somebody said that, and now everyone's running with it. That I don't approve of that. Nobody thinks that. I like you didn't deny. So you admit you're a skull crusher.
Only with the bitches at night. Not with you, Sarah. You're fine.
Only with the bitches at night. Sarah, are you prepared to be one of Charles's bitches?
King Lowski wants to know what bitches. Oh.
Charles, thank you for calling in.
Welcome. Look, Sarah, I do think you're an attractive woman. But
hold on. Go ahead.
I think you are a very attractive and very nice woman.
No, not me. Stupid fucking setting.
As I was saying, the thing is, I would love to have another woman. Listen to me. I would love to have another female companion. But right now, I'm kind of a little bit heartbroken because the last girl I was interested in treated me like dog shit.
Charles, that broke my heart.
There was a woman that, that girl Cynthia I tried to get with.
Yeah, that broke my heart. That made it sad. I'm sorry.
She was freaking bipolar woman. She wanted to be my friend, and the next minute she didn't want to be. She didn't have any regard for my feelings as to why she didn't want to.
Aw. But here's the good thing, Charles. It's her loss. You gotta look at it that way. You know who you are. You know what you bring to the table. You know that you're an awesome person. You're beloved.
Even though Gator's so obsessed that I'm a skull crushing dude.
Forget about Gator right now. We're gonna build you up because I don't want to see my friend down. You're an awesome dude. You're smart. You're funny. You're interesting. You're caring. You're an awesome dude. Any girl would be lucky to be with you. And that's her loss, man. If she doesn't recognize that, she's got issues. We know who you be.
Bipolar.
All right. Well, let's not insult her.
Oh, I know that, but it's just that I'm not trying. I would never insult. I mean, my My ex-girlfriend's mother was bipolar as hell, too. Look, anyway.
I don't want to break. I'll do it. But breaking news, Charles. I'm fucking bipolar. I seem normal, right?
I didn't know you were bipolar. Holy shit!
Now you view me differently?
No, but I'm not the type of guy who. I mean, bipolar. You know, Vince Lombardi was bipolar, and he's one of the greatest legends in NFL history. Bipolar, you know, I understand bipolar's a. Tom May says he's tripolar. But no, seriously, I understand bipolar is a serious issue, but I'm not a type of person that hates people who are bipolar. You know, I was raised to respect people for who they are.
Exactly.
And you seem like a good man.
Good to be aware, right? It's good to be aware of character defects in people. But you also need to be aware of the great character that you are. Okay? And ladies and gentlemen, this is a show where, number one, you never know what's going to happen. Number two, we unite people here. We bring people together. Charles, I'm going to just take a break, and I am going to let you, Gator, you better be recording this right now, if you haven't already, obviously. I'm going to let you move in on Bobby's girl. Bobby goes to bed early. He misses out.
Oh, stop it. Sarah, you are a beautiful woman. I really
thank you, Charles. Thank you. And I'm sorry that that silly woman treated you poorly. She doesn't deserve you.
Thank you, Sarah. You only have one.
I think you deserve Charles. You deserve someone like Charles. He's caring. He's kind. He's considerate. How many guys like that are out there in the world?
Not a lot these days.
Who's behind you? Oh, wait, that's your chair. I'm sorry. I thought there was a guy behind you.
He was ready to crack his skull. He's going to crack your jacket skull right now. Like I saw the look in his eye. Gator saw
no, it was. I thought there was a guy behind her. I'm sorry.
Charles, turn your freaky down.
Oh, stop it, Nick. Anyway, you said you have a 4-year-old son, correct? Is he in daycare?
I do.
Preschool?
He's at childcare and kindy. He's about to start school next year.
God bless him. I wish him the best of luck at school. If you don't mind me asking, how's the school system in Australia? How is it different from here in the U.S.?
Very good question.
I don't really know.
You serious? Or
I don't know what it's like in the U.S.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have you ever been to the U.S. if you don't mind me asking?
I have a long time ago now when I was in my early 20s. Because apparently I'm a really old woman now, as Hawk says.
Oh, stop it. You look... Yeah. Cut that crap out. You are not too old.
Hashtag team.
I mean, you look fantastic.
Thank you.
Any man would be stupid enough to not take you for who you are as a person. I could tell you're a hardworking woman. You're a loving mother.
I am.
It's great qualities in a woman, you know.
She's not that hardworking. She's on my show in the middle of the workday. Don't lie to her.
Shut up, Nick.
What I'm trying to say is that, you know, how can I say this without thinking that I'm a jerk? Without that coming off like a jerk?
You don't need to worry about.
I have seen some attractive women that are absolute bitches. Excuse my language. And I've seen some average looking women that have wonderful personalities. You are one of those women that I've seen that are very pretty and have a very wonderful personality. You seem very outgoing. You seem...
Thanks, Charles.
The thing is, I've only known you for quite some time here on YouTube. I know you. Is it Craig that works with you?
Craig, yeah.
How's he doing?
He's good. He's good. He has been in
Charles,
theatre.
never ask about other guys. Get back about praising her. Look at her. She's tossing her hair. That's a good
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Anyway.
so what made you get into the Jets?
Well, Craig, because Craig is a Jets fan and he would watch it in the office. So I would quite often watch it with him. And then all of a sudden, you know, he showed me Jake Asman's show and then Bobby Midnight. And yeah, the rest is history, really.
Do you have a favorite player or favorite players?
I don't know much. To be honest, Charles, I don't know much.
That's okay. You know,
I'm learning.
Do you like other sports than just American football? Do you like baseball? Do you like basketball?
I like all types of sports and I'm happy to watch any type of sport because I just love sport. But what happened? Did I miss something? I didn't see what he put up. But have you ever watched?
I'm not gonna say it because it's a perverted question
right.
to me. From what I've seen,
Have you ever
subscribe to my show?
How can you get into
Have
her
you ever
phone
watched-
where you're somebody who messages her? The message.
You
comes
weren't
up.
specific. You said, "How can I get into her?"
I have fat fingers. I hit enter before I was done typing the whole message.
Sure.
Back to you guys.
Blame
I'm
your
sorry.
fingers.
I had to clarify myself. Gator asked, "Do you have pants on, Charles?" Oh, that'd be great if it's a no. All right. Sarah, random question for you. I know you're at work. Do you have pants on?
Yes.
Oh, a little higher. It's Sarah. What are you doing? Turn your freaky down. Okay.
Anyway, you like all kinds of sports?
excuse me.
You-
I can. Yes, have you ever seen Aussie Rules? Have you seen Aussie Rules football? AFL?
No, I have not, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm a big AFL fan.
Well, the AFL used to mean the American Football League back in the early days of the NFL.
Yeah,
during the
no,
50s.
I'm talking about Aussie.
No,
so
it also
Australian
means Arena Football League
It's
too.
Australians'
Yeah.
friendliest lesbians. That's what it stands for. She's a team member. Australians' friendliest lesbians.
I don't know what to say to that. Ask her to name one defensive player.
Please don't. I really have no idea.
I
I'm
named
gonna
Sarah
be
because
honest.
Sarah's on the defensive right now.
Yeah.
So you never
I'm
watched
getting, like-
Darrell Revis play football? You never watched Aaron Donald play football?
No.
Okay,
Maybe
that's
I have, but I
understandable.
just didn't know who they were. Honestly, I'm telling you, I started watching this sport like halfway through last year.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's not really you that needs to say sorry. It's all the people being rude in the chat, but that's fine.
I've been a fan. Well, what my father, when I was a kid, he
To
would
be
give me
fair,
little-
I'm not in the chat. I'm sorry. I'll stop. I don't like that look. I'm
That's
upset.
fine. I like banter, but just don't keep going at me, you know?
I
Just
got you. All right.
I've
You're right.
dealt with enough jerky guys in my life. Anyway,
You tell her, girl.
that's fine. Yeah, well, yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, while my dad, he used to give us like little Jets kickballs, little Jets mouse pad, for the computer mouses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My brother, I forgot to tell people this, but back in 2008, my brother auditioned to sing the national anthem at Giant Stadium. Unfortunately, he didn't make the cut. My brother Edward, it's funny when my dad took him to sing for the national anthem. My father was just standing there, like, just gallivanting like my father, growing back in the day before he married my mother, was a big time season ticket holder of the Jets. My father's been a Jet fan since Joe Namath. One of his best friends who just got remarried, John
Joe
Pinko.
Namath was a quarterback from the 1969 Super Bowl team. She probably didn't know who Joe Namath was.
No, thank you.
Yeah, he was the quarterback.
I
when-
could have told her.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm now you both yelled at me. Goodbye. I'm going to bed. Everyone have
Um. Um. Anyway,
Real quick, I do have to acknowledge the super chat. Sarah, you deserve better. I'll never wrong you. And also, he already has a helmet to protect him from Charles.
Anyway,
Dennis Gorman for life. Jake, thank you for the super chat. God bless America and Australia. And Sarah, thank you to Australia for single-handedly destroying breakdancing in the Olympics. It got eliminated. Way to go, girl. Way to go. If we can get someone to eliminate the men's basketball, that would be the next greatest thing. So thank you. Shout out to the Aussies.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Raygon.
So yeah, Joe Namath was the first quarterback became the first quarterback in 1967 to throw for over 4,000 yards in the season, and he's still to this day the Jets' only 4,000-yard passer.
Oh,
so Aaron
wow.
Rodgers should be able to break that this year. Of course, 17 years later, Dolphins legend Dan Marino became the first quarterback to throw for 5,000 yards. Dan Marino is still regarded to this day as the greatest. Some regard Dan Marino as the greatest passer in NFL history. Now, my dad has seen a lot of great.
We're not doing that on this channel. Don't mention Dan Marino.
Okay, whatever you say, Bob.
Bob.
But it's like a Wolverine thing.
Oh, Sarah just thought of Bobby.
Bobby. Where's Bobby?
Probably sharpening knives right now. Probably in the kitchen sharpening knives. I'll see myself out. Sorry.
I'm getting close to F. Marino. My dad will tell you that the two greatest football players he ever saw in his lifetime, or that he ever saw when he was growing up as a football fan, were Walter Payton and Lawrence Taylor. Walter Payton was a running back for the Bears in the 70s and 80s. He earned this legend passed away, I think, earlier this year or late last year. Jim Brown, who many people regard as the greatest football player of all time. Hell, some regard him as the greatest running back of all time. He passed away I think he was in his early 90s, late 80s, early 90s.
Rest in peace, Jim Brown. Sarah, you taking notes?
I probably should be.
Right.
No, you don't have to, Sarah.
Sarah, real quick. Sarah, I'm gonna remove you very quickly. I want to just talk to Charles privately. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Great.
Charles,
What did I say wrong this time?
No. You didn't. All right. I got to talk quietly because don't talk too much. Women like to be asked questions and to tell you about themselves. So don't ramble too much. Ask about her and then comment a little bit when she replies and then get into like another question. Like don't ramble about sports. You're losing it. You started off so well. Do you want me to give you some questions?
No, I'm good. I think I know what to do.
Okay. All right. I'm going to bring her back in, okay? Hey, Sarah.
Oh, hang on. I can't smile too much. I'm getting in trouble for that now. So
Why? Why are you in trouble?
who do you think? The same person that always is a dick to me.
Me?
Oh, there's Craig. No, not you.
So, Sarah,
Yes.
I'm sorry if I'm saying a lot. It's just a bad habit.
I gotta go.
Here.
Let's get
Craig on. Craig on. Come on and say hello to Charles. We're chatting about.
What hairstyle do you like?
Sorry?
What hairstyle do you like? Do you like the ponytail? Do you like the brunette look? Do you like the long hair like the one you have right now?
Oh, do you mean like on a guy?
No, I'm talking not on a guy.
Or for me?
What do you...
Well, you said brown hair and ponytail, and clearly I don't have any of that right now. So
No, I'm just saying, like, what do you like to do with your hair? What style would you put your hair in? Would you leave it the way it is? Do you like a ponytail?
Oh yeah, I sometimes wear my hair up in a ponytail.
Do you like braids? Like little.
I sometimes wear braids, not all that much, but
Sorry, that was a little bit weird. What do you do for
fun? I like to go for runs. Go for runs.
You like to jog?
Yeah. And
Oh, guys, hold on. Chat. I'll see myself out.
You said hold on.
Hi, Bobby.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Nick
Bobby.
right away. He said no call-ins tonight. Oh, Nick, you're in big trouble tonight, boy. Oh, okay. No call-ins tonight. Oh, I took a nap, and I wake up. Charles is talking to Sarah, and Nick runs
I wasn't
away.
making any moves on her, Bobby. Please don't take it.
No, I'm not getting mad at you. I'm getting mad at Nick. Nick,
how you doing, Bobby?
Good. I'm doing good.
Bobby, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I have absolutely nothing to do with the show. My buddy came on. My buddy came on, and he can only stay on till 10:30, and we opened it up at 10:30. So there was no plan for it, and I don't have to justify what I do on my channel.
I know, but you told me no call-ins.
Because it wasn't
Hey,
planned.
Bobby.
All right, I
it's
forget.
okay. He planned to have no call-ins, and then
I forget.
and changed.
What time is it over near you now?
It's 1:22 p.m.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, you're in the afternoon. Oh, right. Oh, that's right. You forgot. I'm such an idiot. Sarah.
13 and a half
Different time
You're
than
not.
you are.
Don't call yourself an idiot, Charles.
No, Charles, you're a great guy. Stop.
In my mind, I'm so used to the Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah. But we're on.
You live down south, correct, Sarah?
Sorry?
Jake
Australia is down south, correct?
Yeah.
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 Down
And I live
under.
in South Australia, so I'm at the bottom of
Oh,
Australia.
wow. Holy crap.
She's down under. That's what you call it.
You know,
I'm down under. Yeah.
Yeah, down under. In the bush. In the bush. That's what.
How's your family doing, Bobby?
Very good. Michael's doing good. My parents are doing good. My cat's sleeping at the time. Yeah, everybody's.
Did you watch the Yankee game today, Bobby?
Yeah, they won, right?
Judge hit his 300th career home run.
And then Solo hit another home run.
Soto's been incredible, man.
What are you laughing about, young lady?
Sorry.
What are you laughing about? What? He asked a question. I answered it. What's so funny?
No, I'm laughing because Craig sent me a funny message. It was funny.
Oh, Craig, where is he? At the hospital?
Hey guys, how's everyone doing?
I'm still in one piece.
How you going?
I'm all right.
You probably had to tinkle, right?
No, I didn't have to tinkle. I've just been in the background. I don't know if you're aware, Bob, because you just woke up from a nap, but Charles was having a little bit of a dating game here with Sarah and getting to know her.
I wasn't trying to date Sarah.
Hey, don't get him in trouble. Don't worry about it. You're about her age, so don't worry about it.
I'm 29.
Wow, Bobby, we thought you'd be sharpening knives when you found out about this.
Well, I was mad at first. Now I understand what you're doing.
This is not the reaction I anticipated.
Hey, our friend was on today, huh? I saw that friend was on. We haven't seen him in ages.
Who?
You saw Andy?
From, where is he from?
Denmark Andy, but then he said some stuff and I had to get rid of him. He was rude
Again,
and he
he's
crossed the
on
line.
that? Oh my God.
No, he didn't do anything bad, but
No.
he said some stuff he shouldn't and he crossed the line and he tried to get back in with a couple other accounts.
He had no
but-
shirt on. You let him on with no shirt on. Oh God, he's.
Hey, I'd come on
That was
Jake's
like
show with a wife beater with an A shirt.
That was almost an hour ago. How long have you been watching that you haven't called in?
No, I rewind it. I didn't. I just go. I go ahead and then backwards. I saw Sarah, then I had to come in.
Charles,
you're a great guy. Don't worry about it.
Hawk said we should go back and play when Charles is saying how beautiful Sarah is. Charles, do you just want to tell her again in case she forgot?
Yeah, you could do it. Put me in the back. Don't worry about it. I don't mind. She is beautiful.
She is.
All right.
She's
I'll
usually
go in the
10.
back. You two take turns telling her how beautiful she is.
No, I could be in the back. Let Charles do it. Come on, put him in the back.
I do not want you back here with me. You are a little irrational at times.
How could I talk to you? We're in boxes. We can't talk to each other.
Right.
Yeah, put me in the back, and you could be in the back.
No,
too.
I want you to be on there. I don't want you to be. All right. Do you want to? All right. Well.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go? I'll go. You guys keep chatting about.
No, Sarah, you talk to Charles. We're going behind.
No, Bobby, you stay. I'll go.
Okay, whatever.
Sarah, I just want to tell you, you are awesome. Charles, you're awesome. Bobby, you're awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're awesome.
I know that majority of you think I am. So that's all that matters.
Hell yeah.
You are beautiful.
Listen,
You're more
this is
than
the three
welcome
most
to,
besides
stop
Henry.
by my show, Sarah.
Yeah, besides Henry, this is the three most important men in your life right now because we're all going to tell you how awesome you are. Forget the chat. The chat is a little crazy. Some of them are jealous because they're Jets fans. They're not very they're not very mentally stable.
Oh, sir, you should like to go on for a jog, correct?
Are you blonde or reddish hair? You have blonde or reddish hair?
Blonde, Bobby.
I knew you were blonde. Somebody said you had red hair last night. No, I thought you were blonde.
Yeah, infra.
Incorrect.
I'm saying, you like to go out for a jog, Sarah?
Yeah, I like jogging. Jogging.
Do you like swimming?
Don't really swim much, but yeah, I don't mind it. I like jogging. Jogging's my thing. And playing netball. Do you know what
I
netball
can just chime in real quick. We are 29 subs away from 1,000. This stream is not fucking ending till we hit it.
Yeah,
come on, guys.
Yeah, we could do it. We want to get him monetized.
Do you like bike riding? I haven't rode a bike in a long time.
Yeah, I don't mind bike riding, but again, my thing is jogging. I like jogging, going for runs. So
you like jogging?
How long do you run?
The most at the moment I can do is 10K.
10,000?
10K. 10
So like
kilometers.
5 miles?
Oh, 10 kilometers.
I don't know.
Why did
don't
I
know
say
how much
10,000? What the heck?
It says K on it, so that's like 1,000. Yeah.
10,000.
5 miles or something?
What is 10 kilometers?
I think it's like 5
Is how many miles?
6.21371.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know. I was guessing. My math stinks. I don't like math.
6.214.
I like math. Don't be thinking.
Thank you,
And
Rob.
do you see what Gator
Welcome
said?
to the show, sir.
Do you
What
see
did
what
Gator
Gator
say?
said?
Bobby, we're not mentioning Gator because him and Charles are in the middle of a feud right now. Gator's on.
Oh, I didn't realize.
I know, but put Gator on. It just put his comment on. It was hilarious.
Gator's never been funny. What are you doing? I had that
Yeah,
comment
I
up
like-
already.
I know
I like
it
it.
says.
It's
I
nice to
feel
meet
like this
everybody.
stream could go on for days and never be boring.
Haven't had a lot of nice ones in the past.
Bobby,
What?
can you introduce Backwards Hat Bobby to Sarah? I think
Oh,
that would
yeah.
help your chances here in the dating game.
I think she saw it last night. Tough me. All right.
Nice.
I'm from New York originally, not now. I'm from Boring, Vermont, which sucks. Which is horrible. I think Vermont is the worst. Okay, can you get me off full screen now? I'm okay. Put me off.
They moved the button again.
You and Jake with your buttons, you could go to fly a kite or play with your trains.
Go play with your trains, Jay Quest.
Play with,
Do you have
Yeah.
a favorite food, Sarah?
Favorite food?
Yes.
I'm a bit of a sucker for chips. I like chips.
Oh,
But yeah, no,
chip-
I like Thai food. I like Italian food. or,
Italian food, yes. Ooh,
You said
yeah.
chips. Do you mean like fries or you mean like chips?
Yeah,
American-
both.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Have you tried sweet potato fries?
Yep.
I love them.
Yeah, they're nice.
My father does too.
Do you
Yeah.
like
I love a good
ribs?
steak.
Like, oh, you love a good steak? What size? Or it doesn't matter to you?
No, just a nice little steak.
Size doesn't
Dude.
matter.
Charles, Don't make me convert ounces to whatever they measure.
Size
steak with.
doesn't matter. Size
A
doesn't
petite.
matter.
She's a lady, Charles. She's not having a porterhouse like me and you.
Size doesn't matter.
You mind a porterhouse?
Having a good sized steak.
I'm sorry, everyone's fucking yelling at me.
Size doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Bobby,
right?
Bobby,
What?
that is a message that I can get behind.
I know. I was thinking like you, so that's why.
Isn't it just how you use it? Really?
Oh, that's what she said.
Ooh, yeah. I'm out of here. You guys are doing fine on your.
Well, we're not getting any subscriptions for you. Come on, guys. Give him, how much did he say?
Come on.
20?
Yeah, how many more do we need?
You like baked potatoes, Sarah? Because I
Do I
grew
like-
up with. You love them?
Baked potatoes. Is that what you said? Baked potatoes?
Yes. Do you like them? Do you like to have my I grew up with a couple of grandmothers, my mother's mother, my father's mother. They love their baked potatoes, and my brothers go with them too. I love them as well.
Were they Irish?
My mother's mother is 100% Italian, and so is my father's mother. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I told you this, but my father's mother is the only grandparent I have left.
Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
She's 98 years old.
Wow. Congratulations, Teller. Holy
Yeah.
cow, almost 100. Holy cow, Charles. That's good.
But
What does
Oh,
that-
Bobby, can you read the super chat from
I
Knob?
hear you have a
Thank you,
really
Knob.
good.
You can't get behind shit if you think
I hear you
that
have a really
doesn't-
good chicken soup
Oh, yeah.
recipe. I really like chicken soup.
I heard I knew this shit was coming.
I didn't
My
say
mother
anything.
makes it. I don't make it. My mother does. I've had it since I was very young.
Oh.
I've always loved. I mean, I do eat most of the things my mother cooks.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
you
potatoes and eggs. I love mozzarella and eggs. You know, one of the things my mother likes, which I don't think gets. It's kind of like depression food. It's like pasta with carrots, potatoes, peas, and tomato sauce. It's kind of like a soup.
Oh, okay. Oh, look who it is.
Hey,
It's- How you doing, Craig?
Good, mate. How are you?
We talked
Good,
to
brother.
you
How are you
yesterday.
doing?
I saw you in the,
Great.
you were at the hospital, right?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Hey,
What is this show about? Do we know?
I don't know. I
It's just us talking.
Craig, don't even fucking ask what the show is about. Let's just enjoy.
Just enjoy.
I wanted
Yeah.
to know how many more subs to get to 1,000. You didn't tell us. What
Oh
was
yeah,
the number?
Nick, come back and tell us.
I got you
Tell
a whole
us.
heap the other day, Dick.
How many more
We
subs you
need
need?
a certain amount off of.
You get to
29
This
days.
wasn't like
Shout out to
29 or
Rob.
something.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go, guys. Let's give him 29 subs. Come on, let's go. Roll out the
Who's got
barrel.
his hat?
It's got it backwards.
Yeah, we got the
Nice.
punk
He's
tonight. We got the punk.
gone full gangster.
Yeah,
That's
full
backwards dad
gangster.
Bobby. He's an American
Yes.
badass.
I know.
Oh, he
Last
is.
night I was badass, right?
Don't be too scared to meet him.
I heard you talk about
Craig,
our
what are you
chat
eating? A
last
block
night.
of brie? What the hell's that? What
is
did you
that?
just eat?
This is an egg and chive sandwich with like on brown bread.
Oh, all right, that's good.
Pretty civilized.
Pretty
Very good.
civilized. Love it.
Yeah.
Hey Nick, I heard you talk about our Discord meeting yesterday. That was fun.
He's such a
wasn't
dick. Oh.
was it that funny?
No.
Yeah, no, he just goes
Yeah.
at me.
It's Hawk like your op.
Yeah, he's like, oh,
He's your op.
What did you say that was so funny? She was cracking up. She
I'm
couldn't
gonna make
stop.
the boss. Oh god, he's just such a dick.
Well,
Oh.
I just turned it on the show, and
Yeah.
after a few minutes, I messaged Sarah and I said, "I feel like I'm insane watching this."
Well, I'm insane,
I
so enjoy.
I couldn't work out. I couldn't work out if it was real or if I was
It
being
is
punked.
real. You're not dreaming. It's real. We're trying to get him to
Well,
1,000
Greg,
subs.
to answer, well,
Like
to make
a
it simple,
model.
we're all a bit insane in the
Wow, we
membrane.
need 29 members more so we
Charles,
can get.
did you
to
just
1,000.
quote Cypress Hill and say we're all insane in the membrane?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
staying in the membrane. Yep, that's
Ladies
what
and
we
gentlemen,
are.
Insane brain.
Charles Mother effing Gorman.
Hey, Charles, what are you doing up so late? Don't you have to go to bed soon or something? Or your parents?
I'll go to bed. Don't worry about it. My parents still up doing their thing. My father just got home. He works at Target now as well as ShopRite in Edison. He works at our local Target in near the Menlo Mall.
Oh, 2 jobs now? He has 2 jobs?
Yep. And he just yesterday. He just got. Yeah, he just been. This is his first full day back from Cape May with my mom.
Pay taxes.
Oh, I didn't know he was.
Some of the shit that they ask you.
He just got his second job.
Oh. What are you laughing about? This girl is cracking up over here. What are you laughing about, you man?
Bobby, she's always like, I can't control her, mate.
I know. I
never try to control a good woman or hold it down.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Unless there's handcuffs and duct tape, right, Bobby? You know what I'm talking about, you friggin' animal.
My golly.
Do I even want to know?
No, you don't want to know.
Don't mind me, Craig. It's 3 hours into the show. We did talk football for an hour and a half, though.
Yeah.
Now, Bobby.
Can't wait for the season. The second preseason game is at Carolina at 7:00 Eastern Standard Time, correct?
On Saturday, yes, 7:00. Yeah. Because 6:30
I can't wait.
Party.
Hopefully it's a good game. Hopefully we get to see more of Olaf Mashano look really good, man.
Craig wanted to ask me a question. What, Craig?
Bobby,
Sam wants to know if you're eating kangaroo.
Wait a minute. Craig's asking me a question, Charles. What?
At some time in the hopefully near future, we are going to bring someone onto your show with us. Do you remember this guy?
Oh, Mario, yes.
I spoke to him. He said he'll do it.
Okay, but he better behave himself.
I can't guarantee anything.
Hands off of Sarah all the time. Or else I have to
Bobby, what would you do if they reenacted that photo live on your show? How would you react?
I can't say it's not going to happen.
I'll leave and fly to Australia and kick his butt. That's what I would do. Just want to thank Craig for the gift that keeps on giving, the Golden Mom Beauty. Nick, you're a king. Sorry you was commissioned for this. Mr. Bonesy is still up. What are you doing? You got to work tomorrow. What are you doing up? You have to work today. What the hell are you doing?
It was a beauty. I always thought it was golden blonde booty.
It's beauty. It's beauty, not booty.
Oh.
Now you're making. I heard what you just said. American blonde booty. Oh my God.
Is this being
I knew
recorded?
she had blonde hair. I didn't think she had blonde.
God, I hope so.
Okay, come on, guys. Give me.
I'll be back. Like I'm honest to God, 3 hours into the show, I'm just gonna go get a little bite to eat, and I'll be back. Everybody, enjoy yourself. God bless America. God bless Australia. This is one of the best.
You're getting diabetic. You're okay.
Yeah, I need like a little cheese or something. A little snack.
That's actually a good question by Gabe.
You know what's good with cheese? Crackers.
Are you shaking?
We need to
not test this out.
Turn this place into a studio.
Well, it basically is now.
No, but
you know what, guys? You know it's bad when my son is coming in with a voice of reason.
Go to sleep.
Sean, how you doing, my pal? How's my friend doing? I miss you.
Bobby, you're going to be very upset.
What?
Boomtown.
He texted me this morning.
Yeah.
He texted me this morning from practice. He got sent home. He got a concussion today at football, so he's on the DL for a little bit.
Oh no, that's terrible. Oh, poor my friend Nick. I hope you feel better.
Yeah, so say a prayer for him.
Did you get
Yes.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do, real quick. Little programming note. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get a bite to eat. I'm gonna come back in about 2-3 minutes. We're gonna do what did we learn. If you want to start putting in your what did we learns now, I don't want to hold up Boomtown. And then if we're gonna hang, we can still hang. But I need to get something before I get very cranky.
Is it bad if I didn't learn anything?
Are you shaking?
Just
you have low blood sugar?
No.
I'm gonna get off and finish making my bed. It was a pleasure talking with you guys.
Wait, don't make the bed now. You're about to get into it.
Oh, yeah. Make the bed.
Is that like Is that like the female way of like, oh, I can't go out this Friday. I'm washing my hair. You're like, I have to get off the show and make my bed.
His mother did the laundry today, and she did the bed. That happens, right,
Right.
Charles? Your mother did that for you.
Hey Nick, listen, son. I hope you feel better.
What are you talking? He's older than you. Isn't it? What are you talking about?
Talk about Nick Shine's son.
My son.
Oh, Nick Shine's son. Okay, I hope you feel better.
Feel better. I know concussions aren't fun. You know, true story. One of a good acquaintance of ours got a concussion.
Stay on until I get back. Let me say goodbye to you. Stay on until I get back. Give me 2 minutes.
All right. One of a good friends of ours from our scout troop played rugby and got a severe concussion from it.
Is he okay?
Oh, that was years ago, but I'm just letting you know that's
not a good thing to get. No. Come on, guys. Give Nick Shine some subs, please. We need to get him 29 subs. Let's go in the chat. Come on, let's go. We need to get him up to.
I just noticed you have nice earrings, Sarah.
Yeah, she always has.
Thank you.
On. Oh, they're cute. Yeah. How's little Henry doing? Is he good?
Henry's good. I haven't seen him too much the last few days because
you were in the hospital.
Because the other day I did really long hours, and my parents sorted him out for me, and then I missed him so much, so I even let him sleep in my bed.
Oh,
Henry's your son?
Yeah. He's a cute
kid. Henry's my son.
He's like 8, right? You said?
He's 5. I mean 4.
4. Yeah, he's not yet in school yet.
5 in April. He goes to school next year.
Right. Yeah, true.
Photo. He's so beautiful. I love my boy.
He's adorable. And Thor is a great dog. She's adorable.
Yeah, and Thor.
You named your dog Thor, like the Marvel character?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Marvel.
Oh, she loves Marvel. Oh, you could do a show together.
Did you watch the Thor movies with Chris Hemsworth?
Of course I did.
Which Thor movie is your favorite?
Well, I don't know. It's hard.
You got something.
I'll probably say Thor Ragnarok because it did a great job of balancing action. I thought Thor Love and Thunder was a bit disappointing. I thought it went a bit too far with the comedy. The first Thor was great. I loved it. It's the only movie I saw in theaters back in 2011, and when I saw it,
this is my son.
Oh, he's adorable, isn't he?
Oh, he's beautiful.
I know. He's a good kid.
Is that a Mario?
Huh?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Super Mario.
Did you see the Super Mario Brothers movie?
Yes, I did. That was a good one. What is so funny? Somebody wrote
I just got a really funny message.
Yeah, who did that? Which one? Chris M. Charles, shoot your shot.
Don't worry about it.
Chris
Listen,
M.
Sarah, so have you read any comic books, Sarah? Or are you
not really read any comic
Behave
books.
yourself, Chris M.
But I'd like them if I did, I reckon. I love superhero movies.
What a dumbass.
I saw the new Deadpool and Wolverine the other day. That was so good.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Do you like Hugh Jackman?
I love Hugh Jackman.
It's a shame that I think he and his wife got divorced. I think they're still separated.
They did.
Who's his wife?
She was his agent, I think.
What's her name again? I should know this.
I forgot her name, but they were together for a very long time.
Oh wow, she was his agent. Wow, I didn't know.
I could be wrong, or like
you're always right. You're always right. Don't worry about it.
Hugh Jackman and Deborah. Yeah, I was going to say. I think it's Deborah Lee.
She's older than him, though.
Deborah Lee.
Oh, he likes the Coyotes, huh?
You mean the Cougars?
Cougars, yeah, Cougars. Thank you, Charles. I forgot. Yeah.
But I've always liked. I've seen a lot of his movies. I personally enjoyed The Greatest Showman. I know Johnny didn't like it.
Showman's great.
What was that about?
Fortunately, not everyone enjoyed it. I did one underrated movie I really loved from him.
Greatest Showman.
The 2004 Van Helsing movie he did with Kate Beckinsale.
Oh,
Kate Beckinsale. Sorry, what was that? Van Helsing.
Yeah, the 2004 Van Helsing movie he did with Kate Beckinsale.
That was great. That was
I loved
good.
it.
That was
I
really
loved
good.
it. I also loved him in Flushed Away.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's an animated movie about mice and frogs and toads.
Oh,
It's a
never
cute
saw
movie,
that.
very cute. I also liked him. And there's no one. I mean, I liked him in the Wolverine in the X-Men.
Read what Nick put in the chat. Read what Nick put in the chat. Oh,
No, I'm not gonna read what Nick put in the chat. What the hell?
I'll do it. This is the best
poop
poop
of
of my
life.
life. That's
Oh,
what Nick said.
God. Oh no. No, I'm glad that you guys have something in common. Now you could do a show together.
Gator thinks I wear Spider-Man underwear. I do not wear Spider-Man underwear.
Oh, I wear Spider-Man underwear. No, I don't. When I was a kid, I used to wear Spider-Man underwear.
What's that? I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, I think.
Ask for the chicken recipe.
No, that's his
Guys, I'm
father.
gonna shut off. I'm gonna turn off the computer now. My father wants me to go to bed. Peace
Oh,
out. It was great talking with you guys.
All right.
No worries, Charles.
Charles.
Thank you so much for the chat. It's been great.
Yeah. All right, Sarah.
Hello.
At least you guys have something in common. You like Marvel comics.
Mr. Bonesy. Now.
What
I'll
does he
keep it to
say?
your imagination.
What does he say, Mr. Bonesy? Sarah, what kind of underwear? Oh my God, Mr. Bonesy, you're married. Shut up. I'm gonna kick his butt, man. His wife is gonna take him downtown. God, what kind of thing is that? Okay, let's go. Oh, look who's in the chat. Jay's in the chat. I thought I'd be sleeping by now. Holy cow.
No, it's not in the DP. That's his bed.
Oh, be quiet, Chris. He lives with his parents. You shut up. You know, who is Chris? He is the worst comments ever.
You silly goose.
He
They're
is
for
the
his
worst
friend.
comment ever. I don't like him. He was on my show, I just get rid of his comments altogether. Mr. Bonesy, I know I'm being nice, but I don't like his. Here we go. Jay asked me the question. 24 stream, Bobby. Not yet. It's not time. Well, Nick hasn't come
We
back.
need our Bobby to get better, a bit better soon.
I know when I get better. Oh, you had to see that wound on my toe. It was horrible. My doctor.
I know you didn't take any photos.
They took a photo of it. It was nasty. Oh yes. They showed me it was 9 days ago when they showed me it.
Don't you get involved in that either.
Who is that?
Yeah, Sarah
Who you
says.
Do
I really? Bobby?
I'm waiting for Nick to come back. I'm trying to be entertaining. I want Nick to get 29 subs. If people could help him out, we need subs.
Well, you know what? Your nan is probably a fucking awesome person. So thank you. That's the
Who's
compliment.
that? Who's that?
Said Sarah reminds me of my nan.
Remember? Reminds me of her nanny.
I've been here the whole time, dude. I'm
You
just
said you had
enjoying
to
this.
go-
Like, I've become a fan of my own show. That makes me sense. to everyone.
Well, what
I've
did you
become a
just say?
fan
I
of my
took
own-
a big poop. You just took a big poop. You weren't here.
Bob, I'm
He did. Pooping's natural.
I went
Everyone
upstairs.
poops.
I got a little cheese, and then I'm just sitting here watching this and enjoying this. And
Oh, why do you have to put poop in them? Who's
Bobby,
Chris M
you are-
anyway?
what?
Who's Chris M anyway?
Chris M. Chris M is a new subscriber to the channel, and he is
Yeah.
a member of the channel.
I know
Oh,
that.
Bobby, you have Instagram?
Yes, I do.
Oscar just said, when are you going to DM me back on Instagram?
Oh, I gotta do that. I forget, Oscar DeGratch. I will do that for you. I will.
Bobby, any truth
Oscar
to the
does
fact
good
that-
posts.
any truth to the fact that a lot of people think that since you're so moody that you are actually Oscar the Grouch? because no one's ever seen Oscar the Grouch and Bobby at the same time. Can you dispel
No,
that
I'm,
right now?
I'm feeling better now. I'm better.
Has anyone ever
You see
seen
the Drake
Oscar
show
the Grouch?
today? I'm better
Or
now.
seen it?
I'm rocking it.
Bobby,
Sarah,
28 more subs, Bob. 28.
oh, we got one more sub for you.
Hi, Robert.
Hey,
28.
Sarah, what are you doing on Saturday around?
Oh, that's my cue to leave.
No, we could see the Jake at the meetup. What are you doing that day? Are you busy that day?
What day? I
It's
don't know what day it
Saturday
is.
night at 6:30 over there.
This Saturday night.
Yeah, they're going to
Can
be.
we not put
for
us
the-
so big? I freaking hate looking at
I
myself.
know, I don't know. He does
Yeah.
that all the time. No, we don't want the big. Come
Thank
on.
you.
So you want to come and watch it?
This Saturday night, I've got
I don't want
my
that.
niece's birthday dinner.
Shh, I'm just showing everyone your new name, full-time.
I've got
Oh.
my niece's birthday
My-
dinner. this
I know what
Saturday
time
night.
is that at. Put me off the screen. What time is that at?
Um,
well, that would be in the morning for you on a Sunday, right? That would be a morning on Sunday.
Oh yeah, when would it be? Yeah, something like
Okay,
that.
so it's 6:30 our time, so it's gonna be 7:30, 8 o'clock for you in the morning.
Yep, I'll be around. I'll be
Okay, come on in. I'll give
Sunday.
you the thing for you.
What do you mean?
I know, Mr. Bonesy. You saw that last night in the chat, remember? You forgot about that in the chat?
Bonesy couldn't see us. He was on
Oh.
the PlayStation.
Oh,
with
yeah,
us. He
that's
could
right.
only hear
Yeah,
us.
that's right.
Did you forget about that?
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot. You know, when you get my age, forget about it.
At technical things like for example.
Thank you.
Greg, what are you doing? Who are you talking to?
How good is he's on the phone, but he just brought me a coffee. How good is my
Oh, what a
coffee?
nice guy. What about
Real
Luke?
quick,
Luke
Bobby.
doesn't get
Bobby, real
coffee?
quick. Hold
Luke's
on.
not
Hold
here.
on.
Oh, he's
I'm
at the
back. Give
hospital?
me 1 second. My buddy Kyle here. He
Yeah.
is a savant at gambling. I think that is the best bet. Kyle, take the Jets money line week 1.
Yeah, me too. I'm taking it.
Jets money line
The
week
sun
1.
and a moon.
I do not
Oh.
gamble anymore. But Kyle, thank you for subscribing to the channel. I had Chris on
Yeah.
earlier in the first hour and a half, and we are almost 3.5 hours in. Thank you
Working
for
for Craig is
subscribing.
the best.
And Kyle, I want to have you on soon. I'll message you. Definitely gonna have
Yes,
you on.
Carl, get on here.
He's a
that sounds
point spreader.
Yes.
All right. For what company is he?
Bobby,
does
do
his
you
own-
have gambling in Vermont?
Yeah, I have gambling. It depends on. Can't do underdog.
All right, that makes sense.
Horse racing.
I understand that. That's a good strategy.
Baseball.
Thanks.
All right.
I must look crap.
What is his channel? Can I go to his stuff?
I will get it for you right now.
Yeah, I want to go do that. So I'll get on there. I want the Jet. I'll take the Jets plus 5. 5
Hell
plus
yeah.
5.
I think
Yeah,
they
I
went
think-
out right. I do.
Yeah, me too. I'm not afraid. I always do that. I go straight up. But if I'm getting points, I'll take
That's
the
what you
points.
said.
Yeah, you beat me to the punch. Who else got hurt for the Minnesota Vikings? That receiver got hurt today. Do you hear that, Nick?
I'm
Addison?
multitasking. Did I hear what?
You know that football player for the Minnesota Vikings, the wide receiver?
No, the quarterback.
No, and the receiver got hurt today too. Jordan Addison.
Yes. Hold on. Let me plug my friend's channel. If you guys are into gambling, this is the place to go.
Oh,
I
you
just
put it
dropped
in
the link.
chat? Okay.
I just dropped the link for Kyle's page. He's got over 87,000 subscribers. He
Wait a
knows what
minute,
he's
you
doing.
bet on
Bobby, you gotta
Oh.
let me get through this. Hold on. Go over to his channel. If you want a handicapper who knows what he's doing, puts the time in, figuring out how to win money, to win you money, it's worth it. Do it. Do it now. The link is
He's
there.
a Kansas City fan? Is he a Kansas
He's a
City
making
fan?
money fan. He's got jerseys, I think, for every player who's ever won him a bet.
Oh, I see. I just see him. Okay, I got you now.
Kyle, is that fair to say? You have a jersey for every guy who's ever won you a bet.
Well,
Every time I see him,
subbed
he's
him.
got a jersey.
I subbed him already, but you can't bet on this channel.
No, you don't bet on his channel. He gives you like previews and analysis.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, I'll check it. Where's he from originally? New Jersey?
I did not get his bio. He lives in New Jersey now. I don't know where he's
Oh, okay. Now he lives in New Jersey. Okay. He looks very nice. I'll talk to him. Can we talk to him on the show?
I don't know, Bob.
Nick could.
I'll have him on one time. I'll have him on as a guest. I promise you.
Nick, you posted them again. No, we don't want to get into that. No
Not
way.
after that action tonight.
I'm not going to his. He's dumb as ass when he comes on here. He's worse than I am. The first time he did snow up his nose, and then the second time he's an idiot.
Bob, Kyle is from Monmouth
I
County.
know where that is. I love to bet Monmouth Park. Ooh, yeah, I bet Monmouth Park. I win a lot of money on that, man. Monmouth Park, yes, I love that racing place. Kyle, you're awesome, Kyle. Oh,
Yeah,
he was
Kyle's good,
born
dude.
and raised in Monmouth. Okay. Yeah, I was born in the Bronx and moved to Queens. Yeah, my back is getting tight.
Bob, it's actually Kyle's birthday. Do you want to sing happy birthday to Kyle?
Yeah, how old is
It's
he?
after midnight. It's Kyle's birthday. Go ahead. I'm
How
going to
old
give you
is he?
solo. He is 33. He turned
Okay, let's
33 now.
sing to Kyle. I
Go
will.
ahead. You sing, Bob. Kyle, happy birthday. This is your gift to you.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Kyle. Happy birthday to you. And I hope you have a good one. How's that?
Very good.
Yeah. I like to sing.
Well
Nothing.
done. Well done, Bobby. That made
Midnight Mike, I sang the national anthem. I did the Robert Murrow version of the thing. You
wanna
know,
sing the national anthem? Do you remember when you were a kid? They
Yes.
used to play the national anthem.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, the television shows would end with like the national anthem.
oh yes, yeah. Oh my
Do you want
God.
to sing the national anthem and then we'll end the show?
Yeah, not right now. I'm not into the mood right now. I'll sing on your show one time. I promise.
All right.
I
Sarah,
promise.
do you want to sing the Australian national anthem for us?
Do they have one?
I'm not going to sing because you guys don't want that. So
Yes, you want to sing. Come on, you got a beautiful
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah,
No.
Sarah, we want you to sing.
No.
No.
Come on, sing.
I'm already getting enough crap in the comments. I'm not going
Well,
to
don't
put
worry
myself
about
out
the
there anymore.
comments. They could go to hell. Don't worry about it. Sing to us. We want to hear that beautiful voice.
No, I'm not singing.
Who gave the? Who
Okay,
gave,
wait a minute, Bobby. I got it. Hold on. I need it. Sarah, what if you just sit there and go like this, and I'll sing, and we'll do what we did. All right, here we go. I got it. Hold on, Bobby. I need you to be Bobby. Mute yourself. Sarah's gonna sing.
All right.
And scene. Who is the guy in the chat who's a dick? It's Hawk. Oh, yes, it's Hawk. He's a dick. Hawk is a dick, and he acts like a dick. This is the freestyle from Sarah, not Nick. Hawk's a dick. When he talks.
And he's like all the other guys that are here. So anyway, it's really frustrating.
I just said Hawk's a dick. I made a whole song
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, I know. I heard. It was good.
Oh. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, she is beautiful and she has a beautiful voice. Hawk, that wasn't very nice.
Everyone's got to play along. I don't like people arguing.
No, I'm not arguing, but she has
I
a
want everyone to
beautiful.
play nice.
Yeah, we're playing nice.
I don't know why people have to purposely upset other people.
No, you're a beautiful voice. I think me and Nick came up to the conclusion you have a beautiful voice. We wanted to hear the
I'm not mad
Australia.
at everyone's stat.
I didn't know Australia had a national anthem. I didn't know.
Every country has a national anthem.
No, I didn't know. Okay, can Craig sing it to us then?
All right. I have to get to bed.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You've been up late tonight.
You got to do. Don't you have to do the what have we learned?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
I might have missed that
We-
before when I was in the bathroom. Can you guys
Well,
drop
I-
your what did we learn?
I don't know what I learned. I wasn't here all day.
Please
I
drop
know
your
what
what
I
did we learn quickly because I want to get booms in as fast as we can. That's what she said.
I know what I know. I learned today. Charles and Sarah have Marvel comics in common. They both like Marvel comics, right, Sarah? Sarah,
Sorry.
you and Charles Gorman have Marvel comics in common. That's what I learned today.
Kyle, Bobby's saying you happy birthday, and you don't even. Did I miss the comment for that? You don't thank Bobby for singing you happy birthday, Kyle?
Oh, thank you, Kyle. I wasted my time singing to you. Well,
Give him time. Maybe he was just so amazed by the performance. What the hell was that?
I don't know.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. I didn't say anything. No, I didn't. Know. Yeah, there are Jet fans in this. Yes, yeah. It's Craig and Sarah.
Stack, very good point. Can't trust people from Denmark.
Yes, I agree with that stuff. That's fine.
Jeffrey learned that Sarah thinks we're a bunch of wankers. Very good point, Jeff. We are.
You think we're a bunch of wankers? No, Jeffrey, that's not true. Oh, he's laughing. Laugh out loud.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Oscar, when I get tired, I get cranky.
Yeah, he needs his bed. It's bedtime. So that's what I learned. What did you learn today, Nick?
I
Nick,
learned
you
that Chris knows a lot of fantasy football. And
Oh,
I
okay.
learned that Charles and Bobby are two of my favorite people in the world. I think you guys are two of the best, kindest souls I've ever met in my entire life. And I'm so
You
happy
like
that
that?
you guys are my friends.
Rob.
I like to be a kind soul.
I think that Sarah's awesome.
Oh, definitely. Of course, that's true.
No.
You are.
Yes,
You're
stop.
out with us and dealing with us. I know we're a bunch of schmucks.
I'm not sure.
No. Not all of you.
I'm telling the truth that she's a wonderful
Jesus
lady.
Christ, knob. Chunky. Yeah, there's no more. He will
Um,
never return. I give you guys my word. He crossed the line. I didn't like that tonight. He's
Yeah,
gone.
well, you're allowed to do that. Oh, you wouldn't believe who came on my stream today.
Good night, Rob.
Night, Rob.
Good night, Robert.
Oh my God, my son. I didn't learn anything because I have a concussion.
Oh, Nick, I hope you feel better, my pal. I love
My
him.
heart just broke.
Oh.
I love him so much. Don't you love him?
He's had
He's a good
15
kid, Nick. You
He's a
raised
great-
two good kids, Nick.
He's a great kid.
I met your daughter too, remember?
Yes, but I was
She's
loving
nice.
him in that moment.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Thank you, Oscar. Very good. Tom learned a lot about fantasy football and even more about Charles's fantasies. There we go.
That's
That's
amazing.
what we're
Funny.
looking for.
That's Tom. Yeah, Tom's funny.
Knob, I learned that Nick Shine looks like Prince Junior Gorg from Fraggle Rock. Oh, very nice.
Oh, no. That's part of Sesame Street. And part of the Muppets.
Here you go. See, Sarah, I learned that Sarah's not only lovely but compassionate.
Oh, no, that was so nice. You're a nice guy.
Yes, get better, little Nicky. We love you, buddy.
Yeah, I love him too.
Bougie
I learned
smuggler.
that hook is up. What?
All right.
Boogie
Oh,
smuggler?
hold on. I learned that Hawk is a bougie smuggler. I learned that Charles wears spider roofs. I must have missed
No,
that.
I wear that when I was a kid.
All right. Boomtown, drop it, please. Thank you so much for being you, being awesome.
Yeah, Boomtown is awesome,
And
isn't it?
we
What
are
is
going
it called?
to
The IA? What's it called? What's that thing in the computer they call it? What is that called? The IA?
RAM.
What? RAM?
RAM.
No. Not RAM, no. It's the messages that they leave, like the computer.
DMs.
No, it's not DMs. No. No, it's that other word they always use. Like,
There
explain
you go. Hawk gave you a compliment. Don't ruin it now.
Oh, that was very nice.
All right, Bobby, hold on. I got to read Boomtowns. Don't make me mute
Yeah.
you.
No, I don't know. Talk.
Ready? Boomtown. The chat is filled with bum ass Jets fans. Booking a wedding in the middle of fantasy football draft season could be looked at as a big time lack of judgment. Nick 100% pulled the Costanza. That's fair. Bonus. Break buds equals double entendre. There's going to be some gaping wide holes in Baltimore this season. Chris has no problem saying fuck you to Nick's face. Nightmare incoming for Chris in Super Bowl 59. Facts. Double bonus. Nick has the piss break timing down to the second. That's true. Tough love is the best medicine. Carly Fleischer, longest fantasy team name ever. Holy shit. It's Denmark Andy. Triple bonus. Denmark Andy YouTube subs, a big jump tonight. Denmark Andy on the Bobby Midnight Show might break the internet. This was a double buckle up kind of night. No, he didn't say Gabe, Nick. I tried, Boom. I tried.
He ain't
Charles
coming
was so
on my
offended.
show. He ain't coming on my show.
No, never. Quadruple bonus. Charles is not a fan of Kamala Harris. Charles literally offered to lube Gator up. Gay, no. Skull Crusher, yes. Only with the bitches at night was not on my Charles bingo card.
Oh, no. Isn't that the lady who's running?
Ladies and gentlemen, our first quintuple bonus. Step aside, LeBron. The real decision is Sarah choosing between Charles and Bobby. Charles making his bed at midnight somehow is in the top 10 weirdest things said tonight. Calm down, Michael Jackson.
Yes,
Sarah, thank you for blessing us Neanderthals with your presence. You are.
I agree with that.
All right.
No
Bobby,
worries.
any truth to the rumor that you're going live tonight?
No, probably if it's a Discord party, maybe.
All right. You going to turn your freaky up?
Yeah, of course, you know that. That happens. Or who asked that question? Am I going live tonight?
Me.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to promote it for you if you were. That's why I was asking.
No, not this time at midnight. No, I'd rather go on Discord.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering what Discord is, if you are a member of the channel, you have a perk. And your perk is to join the Discord and just buckle the fuck up. You never know what's going to happen in those Discord parties. It's a fun time. We have great people in there. We have great Jet conversation. We talk about a lot of other things. So, Bobby, thank you. Go start the Discord party off.
All right. I hope
Later,
people
pal.
join.
Have a good night,
Is
buddy. Love
Addison
you.
still in the chat? Is Addison still in the chat?
I didn't really see Addison much tonight. He's probably there. He's probably playing video games and listening.
Oh, okay. That's true. All right. Sarah, I love you. I love you, Nick.
Love you too, buddy.
Me too, Bobby.
He left on
Thanks,
his own.
Nick.
You're the best, Sarah. Thank you for dealing with us. I think Adirondack said it perfectly. Thank you for dealing with us. That was entertaining, and you're the best.
No worries. Hope you have a good sleep.
Thank you.
Speak to you soon. Bye.
You got it. Bye. Thank you, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you had fun. Listen, you never know what's going to happen on this channel. You never know. You had Chris on. We talked fantasy football, broke down what he thinks about the Jets, opened up the call lines, and then Denmark Andy went nuclear. It was only a matter of time. So I hope you guys had fun. I'm kind of like, you know, when like something like tragic happens and then like you get that rush of energy and then you crash afterwards. I'm in the crash right now. So, all right, everybody, you guys are the best. I'll be back here tomorrow night. And since it's Thursday, we're going to head out on this. And remember, as always, be loud, be proud, New York Jets fans. Have a good night. Go Jets. 20, where are we? 25 days till Jets football. Good night. Good evening. Welcome to Thursday Night Throwdown. I'm your host, Nick.
When the blitz comes, there's no one to block him.
It's 10 o'clock, get ready for the showdown. 9 toes down, Nick, ready for the throwdown. We proud Jets fans, we don't play with them pronouns. Best roster in the league, we playing with the pros now. They tell us slow down, call us delusional, call us losers as usual. But this season will be beautiful. Shotgun with you know who, but run it instead. Lad Hall, hit the hole hard.
That's what she said.
Ground and pound like it's 2010. The chat, we got many friends. Johnny wearing hats for super chat and watch him breathe again. Nick put the link so Bobby can call and speak again. Bonesy get the blunt, I got the weed and pens. We speaking green again. Jets news like it's CNN. A-Rod and Charles Gorman, it's like we seeing twins. Feeding tins, pounding on these bleeding fins. Week 14 and 18 when they needing wins. They ain't seeing them. We